My Alamo hometown radio network teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Our phone number is 238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. As we celebrate birthdays, those people celebrating on this Tuesday, February the 13th. Happy birthday to these people. Carrie Koo celebrates a birthday today from the Danville Boyle County Humane Society. Happy birthday, Carrie. David Christopher has a birthday today. So does Dana Warren and Amanda Clark on our birthday list. 4 names we have down. Call them in, 238-WHIR. Carrie Koo, David Christopher, Dana Warren, and Amanda Clark. 238-WHIR is your phone number to call in. Get your birthdays and your anniversaries on here. 238-9447 for your B-Days today. WHIR. It's a Tuesday. It's the 13th day of February. Typical Tuesday morning show we have lined up for you. Starts off this morning at 7:10 as Boyle County and Casey County State Rep Daniel Elliott will update us on what happened in Frankfort yesterday at the legislative session. Every Monday through Friday at 7:10 here in the show as the session is meeting. So we'll have Daniel on here at 7:10. 7:20, it's Danville boys basketball coach. 7:20, it's Danville boys basketball coach Tristan Ford who will join the show. I just realized that I didn't have my board in live, and so the first 10 minutes I was talking, nobody heard a thing. All right, glad to be with you now. Tristan Ford joins the show at 7:20 this morning for Danville boys basketball. 7:40, we have the County Agents Corner brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. And this morning we have, it's Boyle County week, so it's Alexis who calls in on this Tuesday morning. 7:50, Jenny Holland, Danville City Commissioner, is on here every second and fourth Monday. The Danville City Commission meets. And so the second and fourth Tuesday, we've got Jenny who comes on the show and tells us what happened there at the City Commission meeting last night. So we'll have her on this morning at 7:50. In the 8 o'clock hour this morning, 8:10, we have Colleen from the library. 8:20, we have Randy Graham, who's in studio this morning with Randy-isms. 8:40, we have James the Gardener join us this morning. At 8:50, we have Dusty, who will be on here through the 9 o'clock hour. We do have, for the first time in quite some time, an Oreo Taste Test Tuesday for us. So we have a new Oreo flavor we haven't tried. That'll be in the 9 o'clock hour, 9:10 or so. And at 9:35, Ann Yeager joins us from Stith Funeral Home. That's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you on. And phone number to call in this morning is 238-WHIR. Again, a 1-hour delay for Boyle County schools due to some of the county roads that have the rain on it that kind of refroze overnight. So 1-hour delay for Boyle County schools out of an abundance of caution, they say. We got sports coming your way right now. Taking a look at early morning sports and the here deals. The Super Bowl ratings break records. Sports betting around the Super Bowl breaks records, and the Steelers cut a quarterback after a couple of disappointing seasons. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Tuesday morning sports. Starting off in the NFL, where the Kansas City Chiefs' dramatic overtime victory over the 49ers was the most watched TV event in history. The Chiefs and 49ers reached an estimated 123.4 million average viewers on CBS's broadcast of Super Bowl 58 on Sunday night, with quarterback Patrick Mahomes throwing the game-winning touchdown pass to Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of overtime to give the Chiefs the win. Final Nielsen data will be made available today. The TV audience, which peaked at the end of the fourth quarter when the Chiefs drove for a game-tying field goal with 6 seconds left to send the game to overtime, broke the previous viewership record set last year. More than 115 million average viewers watched the Chiefs beat the Eagles last year on Fox Deportes. database and streaming services. Speaking of betting, Super Bowl 58 appears to have broken betting records as well, and not just because the game was played in Vegas. Amid an ongoing boom in online sports wagering, millions of football fans placed bets from their phones and laptops on the Kansas City Chiefs' 25-22 overtime win over the 49ers on Sunday night, while the specific size and scope of wagering around the Super Bowl was unclear. As of yesterday morning, some sports betting companies released data that points to a record amount of money changing hands because of Sunday night's thriller. GeoComply Solutions, a Canadian company that monitors geolocation data for several major online sports books in the U.S., said in a news release Monday that in the minutes before kickoff, its systems recorded a massive spike with nearly 15,000 transactions per second. Staying in the NFL, the Pittsburgh Steelers cut quarterback Mitch Trubisky on Monday, sending the former number 2 overall pick into free agency after 2 disappointing years. Trubisky signed with the Steelers in March of 2022 and was first given a crack at replacing the retired Ben Roethlisberger. Trubisky started 4 games before being benched in favor of then-rookie Kenny Pickett. Trubisky struggled again this season while filling in for an injured Pickett, losing starts against New England and Indianapolis before being replaced by third-stringer Mason Rudolph. Releasing Trubisky creates about $11.5 million in salary cap for the Steelers. And UCLA has hired longtime assistant and former NFL running back Deshaun Foster to be its next football coach. Foster, who's 44, played 5 of his 6 NFL seasons with the Panthers, but is a California guy at heart. He played high school football in Tustin, California, about an hour drive from UCLA, and starred for the Bruins before playing in the NFL. He's since spent 10 of his last 11 years on the UCLA football staff in one capacity or another, most recently as the team's running backs coach and associate head coach. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Your good friends with Bluegrass Biomedical in Danville urge you. Please support the hospitals in our area. Roll up your sleeve and donate blood. Keep in mind the average shelf life of blood is only 42 days. There must be a steady flow of donations to meet the continuing needs of accident victims, surgery patients, and members of our armed forces. Give the gift of life. Give blood. This from Bluegrass Biomedical in Danville, reminding everyone to step up now, donate today, and help safeguard our tomorrows.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Coel Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road, right here in Danville. All right, sunshine, a high today, 50, a low tonight of 32. Sunshine tomorrow, 56 is your high. Thursday, sunshine and 57. We do have a 1 hour delay for Boyle County schools, but it was the snow that wasn't. As the forecast, if you checked it about 8 or 9 o'clock last night, you began to see the maps moving that system more southeast of us here in Boyle County. And we got some rain, a ton of rain yesterday, no doubt about that, but no snow. And some of that rain froze over just a little bit overnight, and that's why the 1 hour delay for Boyle County. And just doing that out of an abundance of caution to make sure roads are completely clear to allow people to get to school and bring their kids and grandkids to school on time this morning safely. 238 WHIR is your phone number to call in. That's 238-9447, as we're going to see what birthdays are celebrating on the celebrity side of things. Those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day. Here we go. Happy birthday to these people. Starting off on this day, 74 years ago, where lead vocalist and flautist of the band Genesis was born, Peter Gabriel, 74 years old. Here's a clip of him talking about how he learned music from his mother and his aunt.
My mother didn't teach me. I think I was probably a difficult sod to teach, but she organised some piano lessons, and her family were all very musical.
Peter Gabriel, 74 years old today. The late First Lady Bess Truman would have had a birthday today. At her death in 1982, at the age of 87, she became the longest-lived First Lady. She remains the longest-lived First Lady. Bess Truman, born in 1885, she lived until 1982. The late Brigadier General Chuck Yeager, one of our country's foremost aviators and record-setting test pilots, was the first to break the sound barrier. He did that back in 1947. He would have had a birthday today. Would have been 101 years old. He was still with us today. Celebrity kid Prince Michael Jackson is 27. He's Michael Jackson's son with Debbie Rowe. And voice actress Carolyn Lawrence is 57 years old. You'll know her best as playing Sandy the Squirrel on SpongeBob SquarePants. And that's what's gone on the celebrity side with birthdays this morning here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville. All right, 6:29 in the morning, 238 WHIR is your phone number to call in. We are drawing today, a little bit later on this morning, the winner of our Valentine's Day package that we have put together. We'll give you at least one more chance to register for that. I want to make sure we give you plenty of chances to register. So we'll have that later on this morning, and then I would assume sometime in the 9 o'clock hour, Robert's going to be in here, and we're going to take all the names, we're going to jumble them up from people who have registered on my show, on Rick's show, and online, and whatever number we pick is going to be the name and number of the person that wins. And so we'll give you one more chance to register for that Valentine's Day package a little bit later on this morning. Right now it's 6:30. We got K&N News coming your way, checking up on what's going on around the Bluegrass State here on The Joe Show on WHIR.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The Kentucky Attorney General has filed a lawsuit against the Kroger Company, claiming their pharmacies have fueled the state's deadly opioid crisis.
The lawsuit alleges Kroger distributed almost 194 million hydrocodone pills to its Kentucky pharmacies between 2006 and 2019 and failed to implement any effective monitoring program to stop suspicious opioid orders. In a statement, Attorney General Coleman says Kroger had access to ample real-time data revealing unusual prescribing patterns and the ability to track suspicious orders. Coleman says despite clear red flags, Kroger did not report a single suspicious prescription in the state between 2007 and 2014. The lawsuit was filed in Bullitt Circuit Court. I'm Paul Miles.
2 Republican lawmakers have filed resolutions to create the Efficient and Effective School District Governance Task Force, focusing on monitoring operations and performance of county districts with enrollments of more than 75,000 students. The resolution doesn't exactly name a district, but the only district in Kentucky with those numbers is Jefferson County Public Schools. Republican Ken Fleming filed the House resolution, with Lindsey Titchener completing the Senate filling. Senate Minority Leader Gerald Neal opposes the bill, but welcomes ways to improve JPC. A Kentucky doctor has pled guilty in federal court Monday to ordering more than $14 million of unneeded tests and equipment. 55-year-old Amir Mohammed was charged last year with 1 count of conspiring to violate federal anti-kickback laws. According to his plea agreement, Mohammed ordered medically unnecessary equipment, creams, or tests for more than 7,000 people between March 2018 and April 2019, with more than $14.1 million billed to Medicare while performing telemedicine services for ReadyDoc LLC. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
TG Kentucky is engineer openings that offers a full benefit package including new competitive pay scale, 401k, medical, dental, vision, and prescription coverage, and 2 weeks vacation time. You begin accruing on your hire date. TG is one of the largest employers in Central Kentucky. Their plastic and rubber technologies contribute to safer, more comfortable, and environmentally friendly vehicles. Apply now at work4tg.com. That's work4tg.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. TG Kentucky is just minutes away on Main Street in Lebanon. TG Kentucky, always working to achieve the highest quality standards.
Imagine what it feels like to be a hero every day. You can make a difference in the Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
Join the Coast Guard or Coast Guard Reserve. Save lives, stop drugs, protect the environment. Call toll-free 1-877-NOW-USCG.
Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
Call toll-free 1-877-NOW-USCG. The Coast Guard. Jobs that matter.
I hate to admit it, but there are times when the only thing I want with my steak is a great salad. Yep, but none of those sissy salads they bring you in one of those little sissy bowls. I want the ultimate in a salad bar. And when I have that feeling, I head over to Cattleman's Roadhouse, where I can load as much salad and all the fixings I want and get as much as I want. In fact, I've actually been a witness to some folks coming in and just ordering the salad bar. Go figure. Cattleman's Roadhouse, where a great steak is just the beginning.
NASCAR on WHIR.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
And the wait is over. The green flag is in the air.
Returns to the World Center of Racing.
Joey, look out. Oh, they're in the wall. The entire pack blows up.
For the 66th running of the Great American Race.
We're hearing that it is official. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has won the Daytona 500.
It's the Daytona 500.
Coverage starts this Sunday afternoon at 1:30 on WHIR 103.9 FM.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. February is Black History Month, and Ephraim McDowell Health is hosting a free lunch and learn to allow people to learn more about African American history in Danville. It'll be hosted by President and Director of the Danville-Boyle County African American Historical Society, Michael Hughes, with lunch provided. It's a week from tomorrow, Wednesday, February 21st, at the Centerworks Building on Main Street. You can register online at the Ephraim McDowell Facebook page. Danville Schools is hosting a district science night on Thursday. It's open for all ages and grades in the Danville school system and will feature chemistry, engineering, and environmental science activities and demonstrations, free books, and opportunities for students and families to provide science instruction in the Danville schools. It's Thursday from 5:30 until 6:30 at Danville High School. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes proclamations naming February Black History Month, Heart Health Month, and Radon Awareness Month. There will also be updates from HR Director Steve Griffin, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and Magistrate Steve Sleeper on Homelessness Task Force funding. It's this morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open, and the public is encouraged to attend. Critters Without Litters in Mercer County has set up a new GoFundMe in an effort for them to help find their new home. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that their goal is $80,000 to find a new home after their Mobberly Road office was slated to be demolished to make way for the new Mercer County Animal Shelter. Critters Without Litters is a low-cost spay and neuter clinic that takes barn cats, feral cats, and stray cats, as well as animals from low-income families to spay and neuter. They also offer low-cost rabies shots for $10. Numbers from Critters Without Litters estimates more than 17,000 animals they've helped over the years. You can donate to the Mercer County Critters Without Litters GoFundMe to help them find a new home on their page at GoFundMe.com. And former Saturday Night Live cast member and comedian Pete Davidson has announced that he'll be coming to Lexington Opera House in April. That show will be Saturday, April 27th, with pre-sale tickets going on sale this morning at 10 o'clock with the code PETE. General sale tickets begin tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Hey, it's me, Gus the Gopher for Atmos Energy. Being a gopher, I like to dig. That's what us gophers were born to do, along with eating plants, taunting groundskeepers, and listening to bluegrass music. And I especially enjoy digging around the yard. Occasionally, I bump into a utility line and I get a headache. Ouch! After all, they're hard to miss since they can be buried anywhere. But if you hit one with your shovel, backhoe, or ditch digger, you could cause a gas leak, disrupt service, or worse. Makes me shake in my paws just thinking about it. You can avoid all of this by calling 811 at least 3 business days before you or someone else digs in your yard to have those underground utility-owned lines marked. Calling 811 will help protect your property, and more importantly, you. It's free, and it's the law. You dig what I'm saying? For more on safe digging, visit atmosenergy.com/811.
If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 44 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes. Then enjoy a signature meal. Plan your trip at parks.ky.gov.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school basketball Tuesday night as the Boyle County Rebels host DCA in the girl-boy doubleheader. Girls game tips off at 6. The boys game follows. We'll have it on 103.9 FM, WHIR. 7:30 tip-off for Mercer County girls. They'll host Casey County, a game on 99.5 FM, WHBN. And Kentucky back at home trying to break this 3-game home losing streak, hosting Ole Miss. 7:30 pregame, 9 o'clock tip-off on Z105.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's. Their steaks are aged 28 days. They're hand-cut. They are second to none in tenderness and in flavor. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. A great steak truly is just the beginning there at Cattleman's. Sunshine, a high of 49. A low tonight, 32. If you're looking out the window this morning wondering where the snow is, it didn't stop here. It stopped some other places, but didn't stop in Danville. It didn't stop in Boyle County. You get sunshine tomorrow, 56. Sunshine Thursday, and 57. Sunshine Friday, and 50 is the high. At 6:39, it is 32 degrees. Wind chill feels like 27 right here in Danville. Our phone number is 238-WHIR. Larry Votts giving you some Votts views today. What's up with you, Larry?
Votts Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
I don't think there's any doubt that Travis Perry will be Kentucky's Mr. Basketball this year, especially after Perry was named the Lexington Herald Leader Sports Figure of the Year. But who will be Miss Basketball? That's a really difficult question for me because there seem to be so many quality candidates across the state who you could easily justify voting for and no one could question you. I don't remember another year with so many potential candidates with great numbers. Start with Trinity Rowe of Pikeville. She has over 2,300 points and is one of only 5 players in state history to reach 1,000 career assists. She's been on 4 15th Region Championship teams and could add another one this season. Bethlehem senior Carly Thurman has almost 1,800 points, along with close to 400 rebounds, 400 steals, and 400 assists in her career, has won 3 regionals, and has a perfect 4.0 grade point average.
Vots Views will return in a moment.
Raider Auction Company will conduct a winter farm equipment auction Friday, February 23rd at 8 a.m. at 1010 Skyline Drive, Hopkinsville. Selling will be tractors, combines, corn and grain heads, drills, hay and tilling equipment, planters, rotary mowers, spray equipment, industrial equipment, hundreds of items sale day. For more info or to consign, call Delbert Raider at 270-881-2610. Financing is available. Raider Auction Company Winter Farm Equipment Auction Friday, February 23rd, 8 a.m. 1010 Skyline Drive, Hopkinsville. That's Raider Auction Company, ROEDER.
Claire Johnson in McCracken County has over 2,000 career points. Hart County's Dia Bradley averages 29 per game. Mercer County's Anna Drakeford has been sensational this year, averaging 29 points. Montgomery County star Hayden Barrier has over 2,400 points, 600 rebounds, and 400 assists. Mariah Knight, Butler, and Peyton Bradley of Greene County also have had sensational careers. So good luck picking Miss Basketball.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Vaughn, Vots Views, Mondays through Fridays on the Joe Show at this time at 6:41 in the morning. And I'm sure by now you've seen that viral moment in the Super Bowl where Travis Kelce, the Chiefs tight end, screamed at his head coach Andy Reid in the sideline and bumped him as well. Well, check out this ad for the Travis Kelce Valentine's Day card in stores now.
This Valentine's Day, give her something that she has to hear to believe. The Travis Kelce Talking Valentine's Day card.
Here you go, honey.
Ooh, a card.
Ah! What's the matter with you? I love you! Don't you know I love you? Ah!
Yikes.
Yes, only the Travis Kelce Talking Valentine's Day card will show them how you really feel.
I got you a card, too.
Ooh, nice.
Ah! What's your problem, huh? I love you! Is that a problem with that? Huh? I love you! And if you can't handle that, I'll kill you! Ah!
Oh, great. Our cards woke up the baby.
The Travis Kelce Talking Valentine's Day card. In stores now.
There you go. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I am right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. It's a little Floyd Kramer action for you. All right, let's see what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good. Story number one coming from Nashville, where during a recent concert in Nashville, Drake stopped the show to present cancer survivor Lauren Schwalier with $100,000, acknowledging her fight against the disease. She recently finished with chemotherapy, appreciated the financial support for her medical expenses and her daughter, and intends to donate to cancer-related charities. Despite the risk of her cancer returning in an upcoming surgery, she remains optimistic and says she draws strength from Drake's music and hopes to inspire other people with her story. Here's a clip of Lauren Schwaler saying that she couldn't believe that Drake was talking to her at the concert.
He's talking to me? I was just honestly completely shocked that it was me out of the entire arena that he was talking to.
That is kind of crazy. 30,000, whatever it is, people there, and suddenly he's talking to you. You're the one person he's talking to in the crowd. Number two, Brian DeSanctis is a 40-year-old from Maine who recently completed a solo hike of the American Discovery Trail, hiking over 6,800 miles from Delaware to California. This 2-year journey ended earlier this week when she reached the Pacific coast, making her the first known woman to complete the trail on her own. DeSanctis has become an ambassador for the trail and now plans to inspire others with her story through public speaking, writing, and potentially a memoir. Way to go to Brianna DeSanctis. And story number three coming from Wisconsin, where after a 2-day search in Heartland, Wisconsin, a stolen dog named Bo was reunited with his family. bringing relief to his owner, Jim Sinelli, who is battling stage 4 pancreatic cancer. The Richfield area pet clinic played a crucial role in locating Bo, leading to his safe return. The family is grateful to the unknown individual who surrendered their pup and thankful for the support of the clinic and their community. The good news, a thief returns a stolen dog to a grateful owner who's battling cancer. A woman finishes a cross-country hike of the American Discovery Trail, the first to do that solo. And Drake surprises a cancer survivor with $100,000 during a concert. And that's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours. Solace at Sunrise is coming up next.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
I remember growing up as a kid, no one liked going to town like I did. We always had to stop at Burke's Bakery, me and Dad. The smell of the bread and the home-baked pies put a big hunger in this little boy's eyes. Old-fashioned goodness and hospitality. Burke's Bakery.
Main Street across from Constitution Square, Danville.
There's definitely been 2, if not 3 chances of victory that have slipped my fingers.
There was a lot of races where we were the top performing Toyota team, and I think we want to do that more.
When I moved to Charlotte, I moved in with them, homeschooled at their place.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
How would you like to get high-speed internet for your home for less than $2 a day? That's right. For about $50 a month, you'll get lightning-fast internet. Are you paying less than $50 a month right now for your internet? Then call Whole Home Connect right now for blazing fast internet at $50 a month with no price increases, no hidden fees, no contracts, no upfront costs, no equipment fees. It's a great deal. And guess what? You can try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back. But you're gonna love it, and you're gonna love the price. Internet for your home for $50 a month. Call now. 800-748-0593. 800-748-0593. 800-748-0593. That's 800-748-0593.
The Daytona 500 this coming Sunday will kick off the 2024 Cup Series season, and a number of top drivers have yet to win the Super Bowl of stock car racing. In that group, former 2-time champion.
There's definitely been 2, if not 3 chances of victory that have slipped my fingers.
Kyle Busch.
You know, one of them was when Harvick beat Mark Martin. That was 2007, I believe. We were going down the backstretch, and I kept telling myself, get in front of the run, get in front of the run, get in front of the run, and I didn't take it. And Harvick went around my outside and blew my doors off, and then we spun out off of turn 4 and crashed everybody. Another year, I think, was 2016, where it was the Toyota group where all of us were working together, staying in line, keeping everybody back, and it came down to the last 2 laps of the race. It might have been the last lap of the race where Denny jumped to the outside and got in front of Harvick, and I wished I would have done that and gotten in front of Denny, but then Denny was able to wiggle his way through and snake his way past the other Toyota brigade and score the win there.
Kyle is 0 for 19, but this could be his year. Another guy who drove for Richard Childress won the 500 in his 20th try, and that was the late, great Dale Earnhardt. After making the playoff for the first time last season, Bubba Wallace is confident he'll have an even better 2024.
There was a lot of races where we were the top performing Toyota team, and I think we want to do that more. And so we got all the right people in the right spot. The new shop's going to pump some new life into our guys and into ourselves, and we're going to go out and work our off this year.
And Brad Keselowski has reached a major milestone. The former Cup champ has just turned the big 4-0.
Progressive asks, what do a diehard fan watching the game at home?
With 4 seconds left.
A poorly placed good luck candle.
Don't let me down, Candle. Kick is up.
A last-second improbable win.
It's good! Yes!
And flammable sports-themed curtains have in common...
Oh, jeez, whoa!
They can scorch your big win high and your beloved sports memorabilia.
Not my unwashed 1997 game-worn jersey! This is what twins are made of!
Bundle your home and auto with Progressive for great savings and round-the-clock protection.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
It's an interesting twist that David Reagan will drive a third car for RFK Racing in the Daytona 500, teaming up with Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher, who moved into David's room when he moved from Texas to North Carolina as a teenager.
Reagan family, I owe a tremendous amount of my being here. When I moved to Charlotte, I moved in with them, homeschooled at their place, and worked in David's shop when I wasn't at Roush, volunteering down at pit practice. So a lot of history there, a lot of connection. Cool to have a friend in another one of our race cars.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, sponsored by Progressive. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $750 on average.
Hi, I'm Brent Blevins, Public Health Director for your Boyle County Health Department. The health and safety of our residents is of great importance to me. Each year, lives are lost due to lung cancer, many of which are preventable. That is something that I would like to see change. Lung cancer deaths associated with smoking and exposure to radon gas are considered by the Environmental Protection Agency as the foremost contributing factors in causing lung cancer. This is where the Boyle County Health Department can help. We have smoking cessation classes beginning often, and the entire program only lasts 13 weeks. Imagine how much better you can feel in just a few short weeks. Also, our environmental staff has information on radon indoor air mitigation systems that can greatly reduce the risk of radon gas in your home. For more information on either of these programs, contact your Boyle County Health Department at 859-236-2053. Thank you.
Hi, this is Caraway. And Adeline. At Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check us out. New merchandise arriving weekly and we sell off the floor. We offer layaway and 12-month famous cash with approved credit. Come see our Nana for the best deal in town. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. Aren't they so sweet? Yes, more than a mattress store. That's living room suits, dining room suits, or just a single recliner. Mattresses and More, Houstonville Road, Danville.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299 for Danville Auto Body Shop. You get sunshine. A high today, 49. A low tonight, 32. Tomorrow, sunshine, 56. Thursday, sunshine, 57. Again, a 1-hour delay today for Boyle County Schools. If you're wondering why, if you get on Facebook and go to Boyle County Schools on Facebook, you'll see a picture of one of the county roads. It has just a thin layer of snow on it. And, we had the rain that began to freeze a little bit last night as well. So they just want to give some extra time for some of those county roads to thaw out a bit and allow the people that live there to be able to make it to school safely this morning. So a 1-hour delay today for Boyle County Schools. Did not obviously get the snow that was forecast and projected. Things started to change a little bit around 8 or 9 o'clock last night when meteorologists began to see a shift in the system, which moved it a little more southeast than what was initially projected, which is why it missed us here in Boyle County. Some places southeast of us got some stuff, but here in Danville and Boyle County, not a whole lot to ride home about. So that's what happened there last night. 6:54 in the morning. Let's see what's going on with the dad joke of the day in Sylvanus at Sunrise.
Dad joke of the day.
All right, here we go. Your dad joke of the day today looks like this. 100% hilarious, so bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. What kind of music do mummies listen to? What kind of music do mummies listen to? Rap music. Oh, God. Rap music. All right, stop it. That's the dad joke of the day. You get them Mondays through Fridays around 6:50 here on The Joe Show. Sometimes they really are cringeworthy.
Welcome to the planet of the apps. Well, they're talking about Zelle, Z-E-L-L-E, and it's a wallet app for making mobile payments, but you can also send money to your friends and family. You can do it in minutes between bank accounts, and that's what people love about Zelle. Once again, Z-E-L-L-E, and it doesn't charge any fees. I don't know how they do this, but no fees. It's a free wallet app. Download it. It's getting great reviews, too. Once again, Z-E-L-L-E. It's free. Let me know what you think. It's Rick D's every single day in this molten magma. We call it the Planet of the Apps.
Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays, and the Joe Show at this time leads us into the country comic spotlight this morning, where Kostaki Economopoulos is in the spotlight. We actually played a clip of his from a couple of days ago. Kostaki Economopoulos, and he talks about football in this clip and people's favorite football teams in the crowd. Figure this would be a good one wrapping up the football season. Kostaki Economopoulos in the country comic spotlight. Here
you
he
guys
is.
Football fans, NFL fans, where are you? Some of you? What teams do you root for here? You guys are kind of between a few. Denver? Philadelphia. Chargers? Raiders, really? All right, we got a good mix here. That's nice. All right, so you got Broncos, right? Broncos fan? I think the Broncos are a cool story, right? Tim Tebow came to that team and taught them about the power of prayer. And they prayed for a real quarterback. And Peyton Manning came and they won a Super Bowl. It's a nice story. Meanwhile, Tim Tebow's a good broadcaster, right? He's good at something that goes through the air after all, so that's nice. Raiders. How'd you become a Raiders fan? You grew up one, really? Are you from there? You just like scary pirates and losing teams? But it's the hook. Good callback. Points for you, sir. It's the hook. Now, not everybody will remember this. You will. Jamarcus Russell was the #1 overall pick for the Raiders, 2007. He was the last one to work. He was the first one to leave. He was terrible. They paid him $33 million, and they had to cut him and let him go. No one else wanted him. People always say when they win the lottery, they're going to quit their jobs. That's what Jamarcus Russell did. You give me $33 million for every joke I've written so far, you got yourself a deal, but I don't know how good the jokes are going to be after that. It's hard to write a joke in a hammock with a Mai Tai.
Kostaki Economopoulos in the country comic spotlight. Rick Dees in this morning's Planet of the Apps. Say, if you're hungry right now, Wendy's in Danville is the surefire place to go. This is not your average run-of-the-mill new breakfast item they have. This is their new breakfast burrito. And when you think breakfast burrito, you probably think some wimpy small thing. This is massive, huge, 6 strips of bacon, seasoned potatoes, 2 fresh cracked grade A eggs, and 2 slices of cheese, all wrapped in a warm flour tortilla. So, Wendy's new breakfast burrito is a complete breakfast in one hand and ready to go anywhere you go, like to your office building or during your Saturday morning errands, whatever it may be. Wendy's in Danville, they've got a new breakfast burrito. We got to try it out today. They're on Houstonville Road in Danville. Tell them you heard it this morning on the Joe Show, and you can make it a combo meal as well. If you love the seasoned potatoes, they're in the burrito, but you can also get them as a side and a cup of hot coffee to drink. It's the Wendy's breakfast burrito, brand new. These things are awesome. I've had one. Tell them you heard it on the Joe Show. It's 6:59.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Trey Thomas. Police in Houston say the shooter at Joel Osteen's megachurch had an anti-Semitic background.
We do have some anti-Semitic writings that we have uncovered during this process.
Police say there was also a sticker on her weapon that read Palestine. The gunman has been identified as Genesee Moreno. The 36-year-old has used a male name in the past, but police stopped short of saying that she may have been transgender. She brought a 7-year-old boy along with her. He was by her side and shot in the head. Police say the child is clinging to life in the hospital. President Biden says he's working with U.S. allies in the Middle East to secure the release of hostages held by Hamas. Biden met with the King of Jordan Monday at the White House. The president told reporters a deal between Israel and Hamas is in the works for a 6-week pause in fighting. Biden also warned of the dire humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is expected to make a full recovery after he was hospitalized Sunday for an emergent bladder issue.
Secretary Austin currently remains hospitalized at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center and is in good condition.
Major General Pat Ryder told reporters Austin transferred his powers to Deputy Secretary of Defense Kathleen Hicks. The 70-year-old retired general has been treated recently for prostate cancer. President Biden is now on TikTok. His first post on the popular social media app showed him at home watching the Super Bowl, along with the caption, LOL, hey guys. Many GOP lawmakers have taken aim at the app over possible connections to the Chinese government. You're listening to NBC News Radio.
Some days, my active psoriatic arthritis makes it hard to get in the game. Now, the ball is in my court, thanks to treating my skin and joints with Skyrizi, Risankizumab Rizin, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults. Skyrizi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866.
President Biden is joking about his memory following the special counsel report that raised new concerns about his age.
What I didn't realize, and I've been around, I know I don't look like it, but I've been around a while. I do remember that.
Last week, a Justice Department report cleared Biden of criminal wrongdoing in his handling of classified documents after leaving the vice presidency. But the special counsel characterized Biden as a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory who had diminished faculties in advancing age. An elderly man who lived on a remote peninsula in Alaska has become the first known patient to die from Alaska pox. Sarah Lee Kessler reports.
Alaska pox, also known as AKPV, is in the same family of viruses as smallpox, cowpox, and mpox. It was discovered in 2015 by scientists in Fairbanks. It's thought to spread from rodents to humans, but Alaskan health authorities believe the victim contracted the disease after being scratched by a stray cat. The man was immunocompromised and being treated for cancer.
Super Bowl 58 was the most watched telecast ever. Sunday's matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers drew an average of over 123 million viewers across all platforms, with CBS drawing 112 million, the largest audience in history for a single network. Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes is going to Disneyland. Chiefs fans lined the parade route at the Magic Kingdom to cheer on the now three-time Super Bowl MVP, following Kansas City's victory over the San Francisco 49ers 25-22 Sunday in Las Vegas. You're listening to NBC News Radio.
Hello, this is Rosie the Skunk for Atmos Energy. You might think I make a bad smell. I mean, of course you do. Why wouldn't you? After all, I'm a skunk. But my stinky fragrance is nothing compared to the rotten egg smell of a gas leak, because that could be dangerous. So if you think you smell a leak or encounter other signs such as hearing a hissing or blowing sound or seeing a vapor cloud, blowing dirt or bubbling water, do not smoke, talk on the phone, turn on or off equipment or vehicles, or do anything that could cause a spark. Leave the area immediately. Then call 911 and Atmos Energy. Atmos Energy will send a trained technician to investigate the situation. Take it from a skunk. Gas leaks just plain stink. Seriously, there's no gray area here. When dealing with gas leaks, it's black and white. Yep, that's a little skunk humor there. For more information, visit atmosenergy.com/gas safety.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Good morning to you. It's Tuesday. It's the 13th day of February. That's 021324 on your calendar. A sunny day expected. We are in the upper 40s as a high. Forecast is coming your way, but news is first.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville, where we make it easy to do business with us. I want to let you know that we are now offering free pickup and delivery in our quick lane within 20 miles of Danville. Give us a call at 859-238-1190. We will schedule your vehicle for pickup, perform the service requested, and return it to you.
Come to Stuart Powell. We can do business.
Ford Lincoln Mazda. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. February is Black History Month, and Ephraim McDowell Health is hosting a free lunch and learn to allow people to learn more about African American history in Danville. It'll be hosted by President and Director of the Danville-Boyle County African American Historical Society, Michael Hughes, with lunch provided. It's a week from tomorrow, Wednesday, February 21st, at the Centerworks Building on Main Street. You can register online at the Ephraim McDowell Facebook page. Danville Schools is hosting a district science night on Thursday. It's open for all ages and grades in the Danville school system and will feature chemistry, engineering, and environmental science activities and demonstrations, free books, and opportunities for students and families to provide science instruction in the Danville schools. It's Thursday from 5:30 until 6:30 at Danville High School. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes proclamations naming February Black History Month, Heart Health Month, and Radon Awareness Month. There will also be updates from HR Director Steve Griffin, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and Magistrate Steve Sleeper on Homelessness Task Force funding. It's this morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open, and the public is encouraged to attend. Critters Without Litters in Mercer County has set up a new GoFundMe in an effort for them to help find their new home. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that their goal is $80,000 to find the new home after their Mobberly Road office was slated to be demolished to make way for the new Mercer County Animal Shelter. Critters Without Litters is a low-cost spay and neuter clinic that takes barn cats, feral cats, and stray cats, as well as animals from low-income families to spay and neuter. They also offer low-cost rabies shots for $10, no numbers from Critters Without Litters estimates more than 17,000 animals they've helped over the years. You can donate to the Mercer County Critters Without Litters GoFundMe to help them find a new home on their page at GoFundMe.com. And former Saturday Night Live cast member and comedian Pete Davidson has announced that he'll be coming to Lexington Opera House in April. That show will be Saturday, April 27th, with pre-sale tickets going on sale this morning at 10 o'clock with the code PETE. General sale tickets begin tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Danville Auto Body Shop for top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. Sunshine, a high today 50, a low tonight 32. Sunshine tomorrow 56, sunshine Thursday and 57. It's 7:11 in the morning, 32 degrees. Wind chill feels like 27 right here in Danville. And we welcome onto the show our Boyle County and Casey County State Rep, Daniel Elliott. Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
Hey, Joe. Good morning. How are you doing?
Doing great, Daniel. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, I'm doing okay.
Good stuff.
All right.
Appreciate you calling in this morning, Daniel. What did we have yesterday that happened there at the state capitol on the House floor?
We passed two bills, Joe. One dealt with the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission and adding a division of sports wagering. And the other bill dealt with limits on purchasing pseudoephedrine. And it removed the annual limit and the package limit, but it kept the 30-day limit in place.
Okay, so two bills passed. There was some news coming from the state yesterday, Daniel, about our Attorney General who apparently was, I think I heard this morning, suing Kroger now for their role in potentially spreading addictive drugs across the state through their pharmacies. And another pharmaceutical, it's like a pharmaceutical marketing company or something, is giving Kentucky almost $7 million for the same reason. And so you talked about kind of the buying of drugs there during that quick update you gave. But it looks like our Attorney General, Russell Coleman, our new Attorney General, is kind of on the ball too, trying to gather up as much money as he can for Kentucky in some of these lawsuits.
Yeah, I saw that actually on the news last night. And so, yeah, I saw that too. So that'll be interesting to watch and to see if it ends up in either a settlement or whether Kroger takes that to trial or how they will, defend themselves. But it, as you said, it relates to the opioid that they had prescribed state over the years, and as the Attorney General is looking at it, that they have some complicity in the opioid epidemic.
Yeah. And Daniel, let me ask you about this. We saw over the weekend, and we've seen Governor Beshear say this multiple times throughout the session, that he's really big on teacher and educational staff raises. He wants an 11% raise across the board, is what he said. Now, those who are working on the budget have said they've increased spending to allow local school boards to make their own decision if they want to mandate raises or not. Tell us what your thoughts are on that, Daniel. An across-the-board raise at 11% versus just, I guess, essentially giving the school districts more money so they can divvy it out how they want to.
Yeah, Joe, that's been a big debate, I guess, ever since Governor Beshear took office as to how to do that. His thought on it, of course, as you hear a lot, is that he wants it in the budget, a mandated raise at the state level. Our legislative leadership has always decided that it should be a local decision by the school board to determine whether or not to do that, since teachers and other school personnel are not state employees. And so, I would support a raise if it were in the budget for teachers and for school employees. If a budget were presented to me that would include some sort of raise at the state level, I would be supportive of that. But we haven't had a budget that was presented to us to vote on that would do that since I've been in Frankfort. But I am supportive of increases in SEEK funding, and of course we've in the House budget fully funded transportation for school districts, and I know that was a big issue over the years, was the cost of school bus transportation for students.
Yeah.
So there is something to be said about local control, and I think that 2 years ago, 90+% of the school districts did make raises to all of their employees. So I think everybody supports an increase. It's just, how do you do it?
Yeah, another thing that Governor Beshear is really heavy on is universal pre-K, right? Universal pre-kindergarten type classes. Is that, I don't know how much in depth. Well, I don't know what step and stage the budget is in right now, but is that in the budget too? Have you seen that?
It is not.
Okay.
It's not in the House version to fully fund universal pre-kindergarten. It's actually over in the Senate Appropriations Committee at this point, so it's they'll mark it up and take a vote, and then it'll go down to the Senate and they'll vote, and then the differences will have to be discussed in a conference committee of both chambers.
Boyle County and Casey County State Rep Daniel Elliott. Daniel, what time do you all gavel into session this morning?
Joe will gavel in at 2 today, so a little bit earlier.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, good stuff. Daniel Elliott, our Boyle County and Casey County State Rep, joins us Mondays through Fridays around this time here on the show as the session is underway. Daniel, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
Thank you, Joe.
All right, Daniel.
Appreciate it.
You too. Bye. That's Boyle and Casey County State Rep Daniel Elliott. 7:18 in the morning. Sports coming your way right now was the Big Daddy. Makes his morning debut. Then we're talking Danville boys basketball with head coach Tristan Ford. It's coming up next.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy to do business with us. Our team is dedicated to providing you with a hassle-free experience from start to finish. Whether you're in the market for a new vehicle or need to get your current vehicle serviced, we have you covered. Stop by and see how easy we make it at 225 South Danville Bypass or anytime at stuartpowellford.com.
Stuart Powell, Ford Lincoln Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. It's really looking like make-or-break time for number 22 Kentucky. The Cats return to SEC action tonight in Rupp Arena against Ole Miss, and both teams are struggling. The Rebels have dropped their last 2 games and are 5-5 in the SEC. UK has lost 3 of their last 4, including 3 straight in Rupp Arena, and is 6-4 in conference play. Pre-game shows begin at 7:30. Tip-offs at 9 o'clock for Kentucky versus Ole Miss tonight on Z105. Looks like whatever Kentucky's suffering, it's going on elsewhere, too. Last night in men's college hoops, Texas Tech blasted 6th-ranked Kansas 79-50. In girls' high school hoops, it was Garrett County 62, Lexington Catholic 42, and Madison Southern 58, Lincoln County 23. Boys' scores, Marion County 62, Garrett County 49, and Lincoln County 45, South Laurel 36. Hometown Radio brings you 3 high school basketball games on the radio tonight. Boyle County entertains Danville Christian Academy in a girl-boy doubleheader, with the girls at 6 and the boys around 7:45 on WHIR FM 103.9. Mercer County hosts Casey County in girls action at 7:30 on WHBN FM 99.5. The 12th region faces the 7th region in the boys' Sweet 16, while the 12th region meets the 9th region in the girls' Sweet 16. Those were the draws. Danville Christian leads the 12th region in the RPI ratings for both boys and girls. The girls' top 5 are DCA, Pulaski County, Southwestern, West Jessamine, and Rockcastle County. The top 5 boys are DCA, Wayne County, Pulaski County, Somerset, and Mercer County. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
You have a loved one needing to find help, hope, and healing today. The first step to a happier, healthier life is to call the Isaiah House Real Hope for Addiction. Isaiah House provides care for men and women, locations throughout Kentucky, resetting one's life through healing, opportunity, education, and employment support for lifelong success. When you feel once to the point of rock bottom and needs help, hope, and healing, call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrisburg, specializing in discount waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrisburg, 540 North College Street. Sunshine, a high up near 50. A low tonight, 32. Tomorrow, sunshine, 56. Thursday, sunshine and 57. Right now, it's 7:23 in the morning. It's 32 degrees. Wind chill feels like 27. We welcome onto the show Danville boys basketball coach Tristan Ford. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning talking Admiral basketball with us every Tuesday morning around this time. And, Coach, you got a game tonight. You're hosting Russell County, and a familiar face in the Russell County sidelines in Brandon Cooper, who was a longtime assistant at Danville. He was the head coach at Garrett County for a couple of years. Did you ever coach alongside Coach Cooper?
Yeah, the 1 year back in 2019 when I helped Coach McKinney, I coached the girls and the boys. I was an assistant on both. Coach Cooper was on that staff. And he was the head JV coach that year too, so I helped him with a lot of JV games. So we've shared the sideline a lot. He's a great guy.
Yeah, good guy, good coach. Has Russell County this year at 11-11. What do you know about this Russell County team, Coach? Have you and Coach Cooper been texting back and forth?
A little bit, but not much about his team. But I've watched them a little on film. You could tell they're extremely well coached. They can shoot it really well, so we have to make sure we get out on the shooters. They have 5 guys, I think, averaging double figures. So that's gonna be tough to manage, but I like to compete.
How hard is it, Coach, when you have a team like Russell County that has 4 or 5 guys in double figures? Would you rather go against a team like that? Or would you rather go against a team that maybe has a guy averaging 27 or 28 a game, and then a couple of other guys who are averaging maybe 6 or 7 a game? Which one's tougher to stop?
I think the more spread out attack is tougher to stop. That way you don't really know who's going to get it going. Anybody's willing to go for 20. Anybody's capable of going for 15 to 20. I think that's tougher to stop. I think if there's one guy averaging 25 to 30, you can kind of structure your defense to slow him down. But if everyone's hitting and everyone's clicking, it's tough to guard.
Yeah, you're seeing your team, Coach. You got 5 or 6 games left in this regular season. 3 of those will be at home, but most of them are out of region games. You have one more region game left. That'll be at East Jessamine on February 23rd, the final day of the regular season. Besides that, they're all out of region games. What do you get as a coach, and you can say it as a player too, since obviously you played for Danville? What do you get out of these late games in the season that aren't district games and aren't even region games? What is it about these games, Coach, that are important?
So what I tell my guys is they're just pretty much practice games. At this stage of the season, like I said, we're focused on the district. Even though our district games are over, we're still focused on improving for the district tournament. So, these are just practice games where we get to go versus someone else, but the win or the loss doesn't matter necessarily. But we're just trying to keep improving. I think Friday's show we've improved a lot, even though we came out with the L, and I don't really do more victories. But I feel like we showed that we can compete with the best of the best, and I think if we can build off that over these next 5 games, I think we give ourselves a chance in the tournament.
I was talking with Coach Denny Webb, the Boyle County boys coach, last week, and he had mentioned they played like a random game against PRP on a Saturday. And he had mentioned just the different styles you get from different areas of the state. Do you see that too? Who knows if you all may go on a run in the district region tournament, you make the state tournament, you may see a team from the mountains or see a team from Louisville or see a team from Western Kentucky, and playing teams from out of the region gives you a chance to see how teams from different regions play.
Yeah, for sure. I think we played some teams over the Christmas tournament that were a little different than teams we played earlier in the season. So I think we've had a good mix over the season. We've played teams like athletic teams like Tates Creek and Paris, and then we've played some really strong and silver ball down teams like Clay County and stuff. So I think we've got a good mix. I think Washington County's a great team. Russell County's well coached and they can shoot it. So I think we'll get challenged. East is a great team as well, and we have to go to their place, like you said, at the last game of the season. So I think we'll get challenged. We'll be pushed, but I think it's always good.
Yeah, got Washington County as well. It's a really good team out of the 5th region. They lost one of their better players last week to an injury, but still have Bo Baker, who's 6'8" and averaging a double-double a game as well. So you got some tough ones coming up to end the season.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll be good for us, but I think it'll be good for our guys to see those talented kids and go against those guys. I think going against a kid like Bo, even though he's more bulky build and stronger, I think it'll help prepare us if we have to go against Lou against DCA, just a bigger figure in the paint.
Yeah. Danville head coach Tristan Ford. They have Russell County tonight. Again, that's a home game, 7:30 tip-off for that one as Danville battles the Russell County Lakers. You got Nelson County on Thursday. There's no time listed on that one, Coach. You know what time that game will tip off?
Yeah, it'll be regular JV varsity. JV at 6, varsity at 7:30.
There you go. So back-to-back home games for Danville. Actually, the second and third of 3 straight home games because Danville was at home against Lincoln County last Friday. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck tonight against Russell County. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday, okay?
All right, thanks.
Yes, sir, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
You too. Bye. That's Danville boys basketball coach Tristan Ford. Admirals right now at 5-17. But, I mean, you heard him say he feels like they're getting better. They lost by 9 to a Lincoln County team that's suddenly come on strong. Lincoln County's 15-10 now. Death, Texas, and Lincoln County boys basketball being there at the end. There are 3 things in life that are certain. And Lincoln started off the year 0-4 and started off 3-5 in their first 8 games. And since their 0-4 start, let's just take that. Since their 0-4 start, they're 15-6 since that point. And Danville battled them hard on Friday. Got Russell County tonight, Nelson County Thursday. They're at Campbellsville on Monday of next week. So 3 games before the next time we'll talk with Danville boys basketball coach Tristan Ford. Coming up in the next half hour, we got the County Agents Corner brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. We got Jenny Holland coming onto the show, Danville City Commissioner. See what happened yesterday there at the Danville City Commission meeting. And Jenny comes on here every Tuesday morning following the 2nd and 4th Monday meetings of the Danville City Commission. She'll be on here as well at 7:50 on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. 7:30 in the morning in a snowless Boyle County.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A former University of Kentucky student has pled guilty to amended charges of second-degree wanton endangerment on Monday. Timothy Umstead was accused of stashing away explosives, shotguns, a flamethrower, and more at his off-campus place. Police say in his arrest citation that Umstead also possessed a deadly explosive called rocket fuel, a combination of granulated sugar and potassium nitrate. A school representative noted Umstead hasn't been a student at UK since the fall semester, but continued to live near campus. New data shows Kentuckians lost tens of millions of dollars to scams last year. Haley Hansen has the details.
The Federal Trade Commission received more than 21,000 fraud reports from consumers in Kentucky last year. They reported losing a total of $52 million to fraud, with a median loss of $350. The top category of fraud reports received from Kentuckians: imposter scams, followed by identity theft, online shopping, and negative reviews. Nationally, consumers reported losing more than $10 billion to fraud in 2023. They reported losing more money to investment scams than any other category. I'm Haley Hansen.
The Kentucky Horse Racing Commission has reported more than $340 million were wagered during the first 2 months of legal sports betting in the Bluegrass State. Those choosing to bet in the Commonwealth have bet on football all season long. Some betting experts predicted Kentuckians putting in nearly $38 million on the recent Super Bowl game this past Sunday between Kansas City and San Francisco, with a final full amount yet to be determined. Comedian Pete Davidson visits the Bluegrass State with a show in central Kentucky. The former Saturday Night Live cast member will perform at the Lexington Opera House on Saturday, April 27th. Tickets are on sale starting this Wednesday morning. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Do you know why a baseball player wants to make it to second base over just first base? Do you know why someone would order a double shot of espresso? Because a double is always better than a single, and the same goes for the Big Mac. Oh, glorious Big Mac. The only way to make you better was to double you. 4 100% beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Oh, you sandwich of deliciousness. You double Big Mac. Get it today at McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg.
New year, new road, new ride. Start yours in a new Kia from Cartown Kia. 2024 Kia Forte, just $199 down and $199 a month. Or the 2023 Kia Sorrento, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or with rates starting as low as 0.9%. Start the new year in a new ride at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Forte, $199 per month, 1964 due at signing. 2023 Kia Sorrento, $299 per month, $2801 due at signing. 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2024.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. February is Black History Month, and Ephraim McDowell Health is hosting a free lunch and learn to allow people to learn more about African American history in Danville. It'll be hosted by President and Director of the Danville-Boyle County African American Historical Society, Michael Hughes, with lunch provided. It's a week from tomorrow, Wednesday, February 21st, at the Centerworks Building on Main Street. You can register online at the Ephraim McDowell Facebook page. Danville Schools is hosting a district science night on Thursday. It's open for all ages and grades in the Danville school system and will feature chemistry, engineering, and environmental science activities and demonstrations, free books, and opportunities for students and families to provide science instruction in the Danville schools. It's Thursday from 5:30 until 6:30 at Danville High School. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes proclamations naming February Black History Month, Heart Health Month, and Radon Awareness Month. There will also be updates from HR Director Steve Griffin, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and Magistrate Steve Sleeper on Homelessness Task Force funding. It's this morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open, and the public is encouraged to attend. Critters Without Litters in Mercer County has set up a new GoFundMe in an effort for them to help find their new home. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that their goal is $80,000 to find the new home after their Mobberly Road office was slated to be demolished to make way for the new Mercer County Animal Shelter. Critters Without Litters is a low-cost spay and neuter clinic that takes barn cats, feral cats, and stray cats, as well as animals from low-income families to spay and neuter. They also offer low-cost rabies shots for $10. Numbers from Critters Without Litters estimates more than 17,000 animals they've helped over the years. You can donate to the Mercer County Critters Without Litters GoFundMe to help them find a new home on their page at GoFundMe.com. And former Saturday Night Live cast member and comedian Pete Davidson has announced that he'll be coming to Lexington Opera House in April. That show will be Saturday, April 27th, with pre-sale tickets going on sale this morning at 10 o'clock with the code PETE. General sale tickets begin tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
NASCAR on WHIR.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
And the wait is over. The green flag is in the air.
Returns to the World Center of Racing.
Joey, look out. Oh, they're in the wall. The entire pack blows up.
For the 66th running of the Great American Race.
We're hearing that it is official. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has won the Daytona 500.
It's the Daytona 500.
Coverage starts this Sunday afternoon at 1:30 on WHIR 103.9 FM.
Our goal remains to raise a ninth banner.
Your Kentucky Wildcats are on the road to number 9. Hear every second of the action right here.
This is the University of Kentucky Basketball Network.
It's all right here on this UK Sports Network station. Your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM D105. Go Cats!
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Yes, brought to you by our friends hang out over at Dexter and WHIR Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. 236-6686. Sunshine, a high today of 49. A low tonight, 32. Tomorrow, sunshine, 56. Thursday, mostly sunny, 57. Friday, sunny and 48. 7:39 in the morning right now. It's 32 degrees. Wind chill at 26 here in Danville. And we welcome on to the show Alexis Sheffield with the County Agent's Corner. Good morning, Alexis. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. I am pleased to see there's not a ton of snow on the ground.
Yeah, I'm seeing like zero snow on the ground. Did you get anywhere? Get anywhere you are, Alexis?
No, I didn't get any of it because I did not want to see the 4 to 12 inches or whatever craziness that was happening.
So I know yesterday it was forecast. I mean, we were even telling people 1 to 3 inches, which seemed to be kind of like the consensus of what most meteorologists were predicting. I predicted this morning, now these were the Joe Show figures, that Boyle County would not have school. I swung and missed, big time. However,
1 hour delay?
Yes, it's a 1 hour delay. But I was on social media last night around 9 o'clock and saw some posts being shared from both Bill Meck and I checked Chris Bailey's website too, and they were both beginning, like at that point, to predict it was going to move more southeast. And so, like, around 9 o'clock last night, I began to wonder if it was actually going to snow. And I could understand, like, why the forecast predicted we were going to get snow, because it just rained so much yesterday that if it had gotten cold, imagine if all that was snow. Right? Like, I mean, it would have been just a deluge of snow instead of a deluge of rain because it never got cold enough at that point. So it was a swing and a miss, but it seemed like such a really fine line at that point last night. Like how I understand, I guess, how the weatherman missed last night. I'm not as hard on weathermen as some people are. Some people think that if they're not right 100% of the time that they should not have a job. And I've always believed weather is a fluid thing that, like, is just random, right? Like, it's just so random how things can change on a whim. So I'm not as hard on them as some people are. I don't know how you feel about weathermen and weatherwomen, weather people, Alexis, but I'm not hard on them.
Listen, I would rather them say it's going to snow and then it's not snow and everybody be prepared for it than the opposite happens.
Yes.
So I'm good with it. I like to be prepared.
That's exactly right. I also think that they're right a whole lot more than people give them credit for. It's just the times that they're wrong is when people harp on them. Like, imagine, think about during the summer when their forecast is sunny and 90 and they're right every single time, and then, here comes a rain shower. We may see some rain today, and then it rains, and they're right again. But then there's that one time they're wrong, and people say, look at them, they're wrong again. I don't know. I got on this soapbox
don't we use the saying, about, randomness, and you never know what's going to happen? It's like the weather.
Yes.
And yet we expect people to be able to predict it 100%
correctly.
of the time.
Yeah. So shout out to our weathermen and weatherwomen this morning. We
appreciate you.
Yes, doing the yeoman's work here this morning. All right, let's get to Alexis in the County Agent's Corner. I got on my soapbox this morning. It's brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Got the top price for your livestock? Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Alexis Sheffield.
Well, if you got any fruit trees, whether it's just one in the yard or you got a couple, or maybe you are starting your own orchard, or in a lot of cases, I think around Boyle County, we've got a lot of nice old farm homes that have really old fruit trees on them, which is always exciting for me to see. And so if you're one of those people, listen up. And if you're not, I still have something for you at the end, so pay attention. So all fruit trees must be pruned and trained and to really enhance that fruit production because the way the tree is shaped really does impact fruit yield. It can impact fruit size, ripening. It also can affect disease and insect pressures that you see with just something as simple as taking out a couple branches here and there. And in Kentucky, the ideal time to prune fruit trees is late winter or early spring. So really right now, I usually see February into March. In February, if we have a couple nice days like we've had, into about early March. I don't like to push it too much further than that, but it really just does depend on the weather. So late winter, early spring, be pruning. And this is for both newly planted and mature fruit trees. And this is to maintain their size and their shape. And so here's a few easy tips that if you keep these in mind, you'll do a great job, because I know pruning fruit trees can be a little bit intimidating, and people tend to freak out when I help them prune their fruit trees, because I am hardcore on them, and you should be too. So for young trees, pruning to a strong central leader with about 4 or 5 lateral branches is the most common that we see. This is going to be true of things like your apples, your pears. The only thing that's going to be different is going to be your peach, which is usually trained into what we call an open base shape. And we have really great pictures of all of these things and advice in some great publications, both online and at the office. And so if you're like, I am driving, there's no way I can record this, write this down, then no problem. Give us a call and we'll get that information for you. You can also do heading cuts. These are primarily for mature trees, so essentially you are chopping it off at the head. We don't like to call this topping, because this is done in a much better way than when you see topping trees, so this is done in a more methodical way. So it's a heading back cut, and this controls the tree's height. And so if you don't want to have to get up on a ladder to harvest your apples or your peaches or whatever that is, then you're going to want to perform heading cuts on a regular basis. You also want to do thinning cuts, which really open up that canopy. It maximizes sunlight and airflow. For older, overgrown trees that need heavy pruning, you can remove up to 1/3 of those larger branches over a period of several years, and that really will help rejuvenate the tree. So you've seen maybe a lot less fruit production over the years, or you've got some gnarly looking stuff going on in there, maybe some like black rot, different things like that. You can prune a lot of that out to really open up that canopy. And when you do that, it allows sunlight and airflow through there. And so airflow is one of the easiest ways to prevent disease without any sprays, anything like that, because you're simply drying up that little humid zone that's in there. And so if you dry that, even an hour earlier than it would normally dry, you are more likely to have less disease problems moving forward. So that's going to be a really important one. And then if you want those apples to really turn color, or that peach to have a nice blush on it, you're going to need sunlight to be in contact with that fruit. If you're doing these pruning cuts, you want to make them at the base of the branches, but not all the way against the next branch or the tree itself. So you usually are leaving about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of what we call the branch collar intact. And so if you look closely, and on some trees this is easier to see than others, I understand, but if you look closely at the bottom of that branch, you'll see a slight swelling area just around the base, and that's called the branch collar. And we don't want to cut into that, because it contains the cells that heal over that wound. And if you cut off those cells, that wound does not heal nearly as quickly. So it's going to be really important. Again, we have some really great photos, and we can kind of help you through that and find how to find that branch collar, and that's going to be really important. If you have any dead or diseased shoots, anything that maybe was broken off, in the snow, or if we were to have any ice coming up, which, fingers crossed we don't, but if we did have any ice and you've got damage, you want to be able to prune that out, and that can be done any time of year, but if you haven't done it yet, do it now. And then you also want to look, since we're talking about fruit trees, for any what we call mummy fruit, right, which is just old fruit that's still hanging on that tree. Maybe it never produced or whatever, and it's shriveled up. Chances are there is a lot of bacteria or fungi hanging out in that mummified fruit, and so you want to move that away. You don't want it to let it fall and stay on the ground. You want to rake that up, put it in a garbage bag, burn it, because what happens is those spores or that bacteria just pops right out of there, and then it can pretty easily infect that tree again. So remove that mummified fruit, and then make sure you're using sharp pruners and loppers. I just sharpened and cleaned mine all this weekend, so you can too. And you want to sanitize those tool blades, ideally between cuts, which I know can be kind of hard and kind of annoying. But if you are definitely cutting off a branch that just doesn't look right, maybe you think it has disease, but you aren't sure, definitely make sure you're sanitizing after that. And at the very least, sanitize between trees. And so don't spread it from one to the other. Can think of it like washing your hands, and like we all tell all of the kids to do. Make sure you wash your hands so you're not spreading that cold around. That's what we're thinking about here. If, like I said, if you are a person who does not have fruit trees, well, guess what? It's also a great time to prune most of your landscape trees. Really, the only exception is going to be birches and sugar maples. But other than that, if you got oaks, if you got black gums, whatever else you might have in your yard, you can prune them this time of year using a lot of those same cuts that we just talked about, the same methods we talked about. And again, if you've got questions, you say, I've got an oak tree, I don't know how to prune it, we can give you some help with that. And I'm going to be doing that this coming weekend as well, assuming that the weather is good. And so get out that, get you a nice little handsaw, or they make these really cute little hand chainsaws now that fit onto a drill battery, and I want one really bad because they seem awesome. So maybe that could be your Valentine's Day gift. Shoot somebody a little link to get you that one, and have fun this weekend with your little hand chainsaw going on. But that's today's Farm and Home News. Join us each weekday at this time for the County Agent's Corner, service of the Boyle, Lincoln, Garrett, and Mercer County UK Extension offices.
Alexis Sheffield with the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Alexis, before you go, I've got some random facts that you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. And it's not often that we have a theme to our random facts. But today, Alexis, is a huge holiday. February the 13th is World Radio Day. And we swear this is a real thing. The United Nations made this an official holiday back in 2012. So today, Alexis, we don't have just 5 random facts. I've got 9 random facts that have to do with radio. So you can inform and wow your coworkers at the Boyle County Extension Office via your knowledge of radio. Okay, you ready?
I'm so ready.
All right, here we go. Fact number 1, the first commercial radio broadcast was over 100 years ago on November the 2nd of 1920. Now let's play a little over-under, Alexis. Over or under 12,000 radio stations in the U.S. alone right now. Over or under 12,000?
Under.
It is.
No, wait. I'm sorry. I get over/under confusing because apparently I'm just bad at things. There are over 12,000 radio stations.
You are exactly right. How about over 15,000 radio stations in the U.S. alone?
I figured there'd be way more because radio is awesome, but I guess it gets out there, so you don't need as many.
Well, we don't need as many because the ones that we have are so awesome as it is. We don't want to water down the market here,
Quality over quantity is what we're saying.
Number 2, a poll a few years ago ranked radio as the 11th most important invention of all time, which is kind of cool to be that high. The top 3 vote getters: electricity, number 1, phones, number 2, vaccinations come in at number 3 of the most important inventions of all time. Radio just outside the top 10 at number 11. I'll take it.
Phones beat vaccination? Okay, all right.
Number 3, the Model T came out in 1908, but cars didn't get radios until the 1930s. The first one cost around $130, which is like $2,300 in today's money. By the way,
I was going to say, you always have to do that conversion. It's always crazy when you hear it.
So to have a radio in a car would be like $2,300 today. That is an expensive radio. Number 4, the call letters. So right now, Alexis, you are on WHIR. The call letters for stations in the U.S. have to start with either a K or a W. It's a military thing from the 1910s. In general, stations west of the Mississippi start with a K. Most stations in Canada start with a C, but stations east of the Mississippi start usually with W's. We are east of the Mississippi, WHIR, yeah. And number 5, 1 in 5 people say listening to the radio is a top little thing they look forward to. Hearing your favorite song played ranked 5th on the list of nice things that can happen on any given day. if you're wondering, number one on the list of top things that can happen on any given day would be finding cash on the ground. Hard to compete with that, but hearing your favorite song on radio, top 5, nice things that can happen in your day. Pretty cool.
I mean, it's really true, especially if you've had a rotten day and then your favorite song comes on.
Yeah.
I mean, the mood changes.
It is, and it's different. Like, there's so many streaming services now. You can pick out whatever song you want to hear, but I feel like it's just different when the song randomly comes up on the station you're listening to. Like, it just hits different.
Yeah, it feels like the universe is supporting you.
Yes.
It's like, here, have a little treat.
Yeah, exactly. Number 6, a poll found 9% of people wish that we would play more commercials, which seems odd and is actually somewhat insulting, I feel like, at the same time. But there are people who want to hear more commercials. Yeah.
Those people probably pay for commercials. That's why they say that.
Yeah, the business owners, they wish we play more commercials. Those are the only ones.
Right.
Number 7, broadcasting is actually a farming term. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, broadcast.
Like broadcast. Well, I guess you're broadcast fertilizer, so that makes sense.
Yeah, broadcast seeding is where it comes from. It's where you scatter seeds in a wider pattern than normal. Same thing with our voices. My voice is going out to more people, a wider pattern than normal right now. That's number 7. Number 8, around a third of dog owners used to use their radio to keep their dog company when they were gone. They turn the radio on, the dog has something to listen to, so they're not so lonely. And then number 9, a recent poll of more than 1,000 radio hosts found the top reason we do this is that it's just a whole lot of fun. Although 50% agree with the statement, it's the only thing I know how to do, or it's what I do best. By the way, though, fun does not pay the bills. I couldn't just do this if it was just fun. You got to make money out of it, too. So that's top on the list as well. But it is a fun job to do. There you go, Alexis. Appreciate you being on. You got random Radio Day facts. We'll talk to you again Thursday, okay?
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, bye. That's Alexis Sheffield with the County Agent's Corner. 7:55 in the morning. Ginny Holland's coming on here with the Danville City Commission in about 30 seconds. So do not change that dial on National Radio Day, or you will miss Ginny Holland, Mayor Pro Tem. She's coming up after this.
Are you ready? Because Vintage NASCAR is back. Get ready for some bumper banging fun because in 2024, the Food City 500 is back. That's right, back on concrete, back to sheet metal bending chaos, back to racing the way it ought to be. Grab a spring weekend package today and save 15%. It's the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway, March 17th, 2024. It'll be St. Patrick's Day, so get ready to party. Visit bristolmotorspeedway.com for tickets and details.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
All right, it's 7:56. We got Danville City Commissioner Ginny Holland in studio this morning. They had a city commission meeting last night, and Ginny, we have about 3.5 minutes. You think we can get it done in 3.5 minutes?
Oh, yes.
All right, here we go. What do we have happen last night?
Oh, let me hit some highlights. Take the family, go and play at the new playgrounds. They'll be complete at Cowan Street and Jackson Parks.
Awesome.
We got grants. Number 2, downtown is transitioning. They used to have ugly trash carts out front of all the businesses, transitioning to putting dumpsters in the back.
Okay.
And that will also help the sidewalks be more clear.
Cool.
Excellent. Next to the fire station, there's a memorial plaza. You'll see it being built. Come visit 911 Memorial.
Okay.
And there's going to be steps and seating, and it's going to be a great place for field trips for the kids.
Awesome.
Okay. The city manager said, hey, finances are going to be on the website.
Okay.
So it's always good for people to see
where the money's going.
Where the money's going mid-year. Very, very important. And a couple really exciting events. This Saturday, streetscape ribbon cutting, 4 o'clock. Even more exciting, free hot chocolate.
Yes.
And dress up like a snowman.
Yes, the snowman shuffle.
That's right. From noon to 4. The snowman shuffle's at 2. But I'm going for free ice ice skating and free hot chocolate.
Yes, they got the ice rink set up, and they're doing a giveaway. First 200 people there, I think is the number. They're giving away like a puzzle, but it's just like half the puzzle. And then you have to go to the other stores downtown to get the other puzzle pieces to complete the puzzle. Is that right?
I have not heard that.
That's what Jeff Jewell said yesterday.
Wow.
It's an action. The puzzle they're giving away is a painting of Danville's Main Street.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Done by David Farmer.
Yes.
And so they're giving away I don't know if it's half the puzzle. I don't know how many pieces there is, but you have to go in the other businesses to get the rest of the pieces to finish the puzzle.
Well, that's very creative.
It is.
I've
It's
not
a smart
heard
idea.
of that twist. Excellent.
Very smart idea.
It's so beautiful you could put it in a frame.
Yes, it is. It's
really
nice.
Neat. So, I guess the last big one. This is early next month. March 4th is National COVID Memorial Day, and keep posted. There should be some things advertised. The city's going to do some type of event for that.
There you go.
So,
well, Jenny, you still have a minute left.
Oh, wow.
Can you sing us a song? Can we do karaoke minute with Jenny?
Oh, I think everybody would turn the station, Joe.
Well, we don't want that on World Radio Day.
No, we do not want that.
No.
We do not want that. But hey, another topic, I'll throw this in.
Okay.
There have been homelessness forums. We have an unseen homeless population of 150 here in Bull County, and keep posted. There's been one big meeting. All the groups, community members are coming together. It can be really helped if all the organizations and citizens work together.
Okay.
So there's going to be another community follow-up to the homeless forum.
Is there a date for that set yet?
And probably the last week of February,
Okay.
but there's not a date yet.
So be aware of that, and as soon as we see those dates come out, we'll put it in our newscast and announce it.
That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful.
Good
And
stuff.
then the airport almost had a $300,000 grant for some expansions. Yeah, a new apron and taxiway.
Good.
So exciting things. Everybody's been working hard on grants, and
We love it.
we love it.
Jenny
We love
Holland, Danville City Commissioner. Jenny, real quickly, how can we get in touch with you all?
Get in touch with all the city commissioners, 238-1200 at City Hall, or first initial last name at danvilleky.gov.
There it is. Jenny's on here every second and fourth Tuesday, following the second and fourth Monday City Commission meetings. Jenny, appreciate you being on.
Thank you, Joe.
8 o'clock in the morning, Top Hour News is right now.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Trey Thomas. Police in Houston say the shooter at Joel Osteen's megachurch had an anti-Semitic background.
We do have some anti-Semitic writings that we have uncovered during this process.
Police say there was also a sticker on her weapon that read Palestine. The gunman has been identified as Genesee Moreno. The 36-year-old has used a male name in the past, but police stopped short of saying that she may have been transgender. She brought a 7-year-old boy along with her. He was by her side and shot in the head. Police say the child is clinging to life in the hospital. President Biden says he's working with U.S. allies in the Middle East to secure the release of hostages held by Hamas. Biden met with the King of Jordan Monday at the White House. The president told reporters a deal between Israel and Hamas is in the works for a 6-week pause in fighting. Biden also warned of the dire humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is expected to make a full recovery after he was hospitalized Sunday for an emergent bladder issue.
Secretary Austin currently remains hospitalized at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center and is in good condition.
Major General Pat Ryder told reporters Austin transferred his powers to Deputy Secretary of Defense Kathleen Hicks. The 70-year-old retired general has been treated recently for prostate cancer. President Biden is now on TikTok. His first post on the popular social media app showed him at home watching the Super Bowl, along with the caption, LOL, hey guys. Many GOP lawmakers have taken aim at the app over possible connections to the Chinese government. You're listening to NBC News Radio.
Be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down.
Put your phone down.
paid with funds to the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Do you know what red flags to look for when considering an investment opportunity? Fraudulent sellers might make unsolicited contact, tell you everyone is buying it, and pressure you to invest right now. They make hefty promises over the phone, but never put them in writing. At the Department of Financial Institutions, we have a saying. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. We're on a mission to educate Team Kentucky and protect your hard-earned dollars. Visit us online at kfi.ky.gov for more information.
President Biden is joking about his memory following the special counsel report that raised new concerns about his age.
What I didn't realize, and I've been around, I know I don't look like it, but I've been around a while. I do remember that.
Last week, a Justice Department report cleared Biden of criminal wrongdoing in his handling of classified documents after leaving the vice presidency. But the special counsel characterized Biden as a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory who had diminished faculties in advancing age. An elderly man who lived on a remote peninsula in Alaska has become the first known patient to die from Alaska pox. Sarah Lee Kessler reports.
Alaska pox, also known as AKPV, is in the same family of viruses as smallpox, cowpox, and mpox. It was discovered in 2015 by scientists in Fairbanks. It's thought to spread from rodents to humans, but Alaskan health authorities believe the victim contracted the disease after being scratched by a stray cat. The man was immunocompromised and being treated for cancer.
Super Bowl 58 was the most watched telecast ever. Sunday's matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers drew an average of over 123 million viewers across all platforms, with CBS drawing 112 million, the largest audience in history for a single network. Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes is going to Disneyland. Chiefs fans lined the parade route at the Magic Kingdom to cheer on the now three-time Super Bowl MVP following Kansas City's victory over the San Francisco 49ers 25-22 Sunday in Las Vegas. You're listening to NBC News Radio.
Hi, this is Caraway. And Adeline. At Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check us out. New merchandise arriving weekly and we sell off the floor. We offer layaway and 12-month same-as cash with approved credit. Come see our Nana for the best deal in town. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. Aren't they so sweet? Yes, more than a mattress store. That's living room suits, dining room suits, or just a single recliner. Mattresses and More, Houstonville Road, Danville.
New year, new road, new ride. Start yours in a new Kia from Cartown Kia. 2024 Kia Forte, just $199 down and $199 a month. Or the 2023 Kia Sorento, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or with rates starting as low as 0.9%. Start the new year in a new ride at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Forte, $199 per month, 1964 due assignment. 2023 Kia Sorento, $299 per month, $2,801 due assignment. 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer rated options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2024.
NASCAR on WHIR.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
And the wait is over. The green flag is in the air.
Returns to the World Center of Racing.
Joey, look out. Oh, they're in the wall. The entire pack blows up.
For the 66th running of the Great American Race.
We're hearing that it is official. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has won the Daytona 500.
It's the Daytona 500.
Coverage starts this Sunday afternoon at 1:30 on WHIR 103.9 FM.
Good morning to you. It is Tuesday. It's the 13th day of February. That's 021324 on your calendar. A day where we get sunshine. We are right around that 50-degree mark as a high. On the snow that wasn't. No snow last night, or very, very light snow. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first. Here on the Joe Show, we'll talk about the library following that.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
February is Black History Month, and Ephraim McDowell Health is hosting a free lunch and learn to allow people to learn more about African American history in Danville. It'll be hosted by President and Director of the Danville Boyle County African American Historical Society, Michael Hughes, with lunch provided. It's a week from tomorrow, Wednesday, February 21st, at the Centerworks Building on Main Street. You can register online at the Ephraim McDowell Facebook page. Danville Schools is hosting a district science night on Thursday. It's open for all ages and grades in the Danville school system and will feature chemistry, engineering, and environmental science activities and demonstrations, free books, and opportunities for students and families to provide science instruction in the Danville schools. It's Thursday from 5:30 until 6:30 at Danville High School. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes proclamations naming February Black History Month, Heart Health Month, and Radon Awareness Month. There will also be updates from HR Director Steve Griffin, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and Magistrate Steve Sleeper on Homelessness Task Force funding. It's this morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open, and the public is encouraged to attend. Critters Without Litters in Mercer County has set up a new GoFundMe in an effort for them to help find their new home. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that their goal is $80,000 to find a new home after their Mobberly Road office was slated to be demolished to make way for the new Mercer County Animal Shelter. Critters Without Litters is a low-cost spay and neuter clinic that takes barn cats, feral cats, and stray cats, as well as animals from low-income families to spay and neuter. They also offer low-cost rabies shots for $10. Numbers from Critters Without Litters estimates more than 17,000 animals they've helped over the years. You can donate to the Mercer County Critters Without Litters GoFundMe to help them find a new home on their page at GoFundMe.com. And former Saturday Night Live cast member and comedian Pete Davidson has announced that he'll be coming to Lexington Opera House in April. That show will be Saturday, April 27th, with pre-sale tickets going on sale this morning at 10 o'clock with the code PETE. General sale tickets begin tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community. Immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery. Mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
This is Toby from Wendy's, and this is everything in our new loaded breakfast burrito. 2 fresh cracked eggs, 6 strips of bacon, seasoned breakfast potatoes, cheese sauce, tortilla. Whew, now that's a breakfast burrito.
Only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the auto owners insurance company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, 236-6686. All right, sunshine, a high of 50, a low tonight of 32. Sunshine tomorrow, 56. On Thursday, sunny and 57. It's 8:11 in the morning. It's Tuesday, February 13th, and we welcome on to the show Boyle County Public Library Director Colleen Hall. Good morning, Colleen. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm glad to talk to you.
Yeah, appreciate you being on here this morning. We talk with the library every Tuesday morning around this time, and we catch up what's going on there at the library, our great library location. And tell us, Colleen, what's up this week?
Well, we have some special Valentine-related programs this week. Tomorrow, we are having Be My Valentine Family Resource Fair, and it is aimed at families with young children. And they've coordinated about 15 partners to be here from 11 to 12 tomorrow. And they all have some sort of service or support that they offer to families with young children. So if you come and browse and see what they have, there's a really wide variety of partners that will be here offering all different kinds of things, and it will be a really great time.
Okay.
Then we are doing speed dating with a book, and I just lost when that was. I didn't write it down. Hold on 1 second. It's Thursday night at 6 o'clock. And you come and view it's an adult program, and you view a wide selection of books and talk about them a little bit and hopefully go home with something that's new and interesting to you.
Cool.
And we recently were able to make the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times available to people using their library card. And so the instructions on how to sign up for that are on our website, but also on our Facebook page. And each one operates a little bit differently, but all you need is your library card. And in each case, you get a temporary pass that you can read it, but you can continue to always get those passes. So the New York Times pass is a 1-day, 24-hour pass, and the Wall Street Journal is a 3-day pass. But every time they expire, you just go get a new one with your library card, so you can read it whenever you wish.
Okay.
And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the young adults and teens are meeting always at 4 o'clock doing different activities. One day they do things related to gaming, and another day they do things related to crafting or activities, and so those have been wildly popular, so I just want to remind people those are happening. And we have tax prep happening today, Tuesday, from 9:30 to 2 with with AARP, and on Saturdays we have United Way, but not this Saturday, so I want to make sure people know that. And then tonight is the Boyle County Writers Group from 5:30 to 8, where you can come and get feedback and practice your writing skills.
There you
so
go.
those are just some of the things going on.
Yeah, I love it. You know what I'm ready for, Colleen?
What's that?
I'm ready for a little summer programming for the kids.
I know.
A little movie night under the stars, bringing the kids out, sitting in the parking lot with the inflatable screen up, getting some snacks beforehand, and having a great time on Friday nights.
It's coming back.
I know, good. I'm ready for it. You all, your summer programming's so awesome, like the things that you all do. And my kids went to a handful of them last year, and they loved it. And so I'm ready to hear what you all have in store for 2024.
Well, I'm going to look forward to telling you about it. We're deep in preparation now.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Yes, and I mean, I'm telling you, for those listening that have kids or grandkids, and like maybe you got to babysit them, maybe you're watching the grandkids one day, and you're like, man, what do we do with them today? I'm telling you, the library has something just about every single day during the summer for the kids. So I'm ready for that.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And then we always have something you can do here. So the youth services staff does a really great job of having passive, fun, engaging things going on in the library too. So even if there isn't a program, there's things to do besides come and choose books. We can hang out and do activities and games.
Yeah.
Also.
There you go, Colleen. What's the phone number? People have any questions for you?
It's 238-READ, 238-7323. Or BoylePublib.org, or on our Facebook page.
There you go. Colleen, appreciate you being on. You have a good, fun, and a safe Tuesday and this week, and we'll talk to you again a week from today, okay?
Sounds great. Thanks, Joe. You too.
You too. Bye. That's
Bye-bye.
Colleen Hall with the Boyle County Public Library at 8:15 in the morning, and appreciate Colleen. She's loyal, faithful to call in every Tuesday, and they do great things there at the library. We appreciate all they do. Hey, let's take a look at what's going on in this morning's sort of sports report, those headlines you may not get in your typical every morning sports report, and here we go. All right, starting off in the NFL, after play had concluded in Super Bowl 58, several members of the San Francisco 49ers revealed that they didn't know the rules when it came to the overtime period. Prior to the game, head coach Kyle Shanahan said that he and his analytics staff did talk about overtime possibilities. The conversations were never carried over to the team, according to defensive lineman Eric Armstead and fullback Kyle Usich. In fact, Armstead said he didn't realize the overtime rules were different until he saw them displayed on the scoreboard at Allegiant Stadium. That's when he said that everyone was like, oh, even if you score, you still get a chance. Here's 49ers fullback Kyle Usich saying he wasn't sure how the Super Bowl overtime rules worked.
You know what? I didn't even realize that the playoff rules were different in overtime, so I assumed you just want the ball because you score a touchdown and win, but I guess that's not the case. So I don't totally know the strategy there.
Hey, I didn't know the rules either. In fact, I had a buddy over. I had my buddy Dan Bodner over, and we were talking about it, watching this game. And they talked about the rules, and I said, I didn't realize the rules in the playoffs were different than the regular season. They changed them for the regular season, then changed them to something different for the playoffs, all because of that playoff game between the Chiefs and Bills a couple of years ago. Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes won his first Super Bowl in 2020. Prior to that, Dallas Cowboys legend Troy Aikman was clearly not a believer, as evidenced in a 2019 tweet that said, quote, talk to me when he has 33% of my Super Bowls. This was in reference to a stat tweeted out by the Athletic Kansas City that read, quote, Patrick Mahomes has thrown 36% of Troy Aikman's career touchdowns in about 8% of the games. Well, after Sunday night, it appears that the talking has begun, with tons of people reminiscing over that now infamous Aikman boast. Patrick Mahomes has thrown 132% of Troy Aikman's passing touchdowns and won 100% of his Super Bowls in about 58% of his career games. And another one said, narrator, Patrick Mahomes would go on to earn 100% of Troy Aikman's Super Bowl titles before turning 29 years old. Way to go to Mahomes. That's what's going on in this morning's Florida Sports Report. We have more sports coming up here in just a second with a Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. And then Randy Graham has Randy-isms coming up after that. We've got an Oreo taste test coming up. We'll also give you a chance, one last chance, to register for our Valentine's Day promotion in about 20 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Celebrating World Radio Day right here on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. It's really looking like make-or-break time for number 22 Kentucky. The Cats return to SEC action tonight in Rupp Arena against Ole Miss, and both teams are struggling. The Rebels have dropped their last two games and are 5-5 in the SEC. UK has lost 3 of their last 4, including 3 straight in Rupp Arena, and is 6-4 in conference play. Pre-game shows begin at 7:30, tip-offs at 9 o'clock for Kentucky versus Ole Miss tonight on Z105. Looks like whatever Kentucky's suffering, it's going on elsewhere too. Last night in men's college hoops, Texas Tech blasted 6th-ranked Kansas 79-50. In girls' high school hoops, it was Garrett County 62, Lexington Catholic 42, and Madison Southern 58, Lincoln County 23. Boys' scores, Marion County 62, Garrett County 49, and Lincoln County 45, South Laurel 36. Hometown Radio brings you 3 high school basketball games on the radio tonight. Boyle County entertains Danville Christian Academy in a girl-boy doubleheader, with the girls at 6 and the boys around 7:45 on WHIR FM 103.9. Mercer County hosts Casey County in girls action at 7:30 on WHBN FM 99.5. The 12th region faces the 7th region in the boys' Sweet 16, while the 12th region meets the 9th region in the girls' Sweet 16. Those were the draws. Danville Christian leads the 12th region in the RPI ratings for both boys and girls. The girls' top 5 are DCA, Pulaski County, Southwestern, West Jessamine, and Rockcastle County. The top 5 boys are DCA, Wayne County, Pulaski County, Somerset, and Mercer County. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Dunn's Barbecue, offering chicken wings. You asked for them, we got them. Barbecue, buffalo, Creole Parmesan, breaded or naked, as well as our famous pulled pork barbecue, brisket, grilled chicken, ribs, homemade size, located in Harrisburg at 726 Kane Run. So call 734-3675 for your free delivery to Danville, Harrisburg, or Bergen. Dunn's Barbecue is open Tuesday through Saturday, located on Kane Run in Harrisburg, and for free delivery, takeout, and dine-in.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Yeah, it's brought to you by the Big Deals Online Store. HometownLive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. Big Deals Online Store. HometownLive.net. Sunny skies after the snowstorm that wasn't. A high of 49, a low tonight of 32. 0 inches of snow and lots of sunshine. Tomorrow, sunny, a high of 56. Thursday, 57 is your high. Randy Graham is in studio this morning. The weathermen have a knack for missing. Randy Graham never has a knack for missing. It's the thoughts of Randy Graham. These are Randy Graham's thoughts.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. Well, Joe, the Super Bowl is behind us, and today one of the biggest attractions across social media is a Travis Kelce outburst with head coach Andy Reid in the first half. Did you see that? Now, a lot of observers, some from him dating Taylor Swift, were turned off by that display of anger and frustration, where apparently Kelce was upset by being taken out of the game at a crucial time and went up to the head coach and yelled in his face, whereas momentum knocked the coach off balance, almost sending him to the ground. And many suggested that Kelce should have been benched. Now, the coach tried to downplay the action after the game, and although apparently Kelce apologized to Reid after the outburst, the damage was already done. With Kelce's action exposing the side of a personality, which also proves that our greatest strength in life can also be our greatest weakness, and why it's a reminder that we all got to try and find the proper balance. Of course, coaching in the professional ranks, you're dealing with a different breed of animal than you are at high school and college level, because you're dealing with an adult, although for some coaches it might sometimes seem like they're more like children in adult bodies. But as Reid said after the game, Travis keeps me feeling young. Well, maybe there's more truth to that tongue-in-cheek comment than first meets the eye. But it doesn't bother personally as much because professionals are employees, whereas a coach, the psychology involved in dealing with that age group has to be measured. Just like recruiting is part of the game in college, where parental involvement is more part of the high school game. In understanding how to navigate all three become more than just knowing the X's and O's, but as much about dealing with the Jimmys and the Joes. No pun intended, Joe. But being raised in a coaching family and being exposed to both high school and college coaches on a regular basis during my formative years, I was disappointed in Kelce's reaction because one certainly couldn't call it a response, seeming more like an act of emotion over logic. With the main concern being that professional sports figures are often role models, even by default. Thus, the example Kelce provided for young student athletes might be an act they would now feel justified in emulating. Of course, what is said here has as much meaning as water off a duck's back to Travis Kelce, as he continues to march his money to the bank through contract and endorsements, of which one is $5 million a year from Pfizer to promote taking the COVID vaccine, which we all know is really not a vaccine, but the jab that keeps on giving. So, Joe, I just kind of mark the outburst more up to the side effect of the vaccine, of which we're just learning. I mean, think about it. What do Travis Kelce and Joe Biden have in common, besides both being males? Well, first, they're both liberals. And don't liberals have a habit of choosing emotion over logic? And they both have uncontrolled public outbursts of anger. Kelce with his coach and Biden with reporters. And what is the common denominator? They both have taken every jab the National Institutes of Health has ever recommended. But my concern, Joe, is the lack of respect shown the coach. Sure, as a professional, you're given more leeway, but as an adult, we should know it's not so much what we say, but the way we say it. Kelce could have come alongside and calmly presented his position, even forcefully, without making it a public display of attention that it would have gotten a high school or college player benched. But this is professional football. And besides, Kelce did take the vaccine. But here's where I come down on it. Now, Joe, my big brother, is a high school football coach. Matter of fact, he just resigned as a head football coach here in Kentucky with this past month with over 250 career victories. A graduate of Danville High School, well, like you, Joe. And he was inducted into the first Danville Athletic Hall of Fame as an all-state football player there. And the next year, my father became my head basketball coach at good old Boyle County High School, Rebels, Rebels, Rebels. And recently there was a post on social media by a former high school player of my brother who's now a professional and college trainer, some being players who played in the Super Bowl. And in this interview with a pastor of a megachurch, he talked about the impact of his high school coach, my brother's influence on his life. You see, Joe, what many fail to realize, even some coaches, is that the arenas and athletic fields of competition are the coach's classroom, where coaches teach not only the excellence of their sport, but the life lessons applicable to it. For example, hard work and sacrifice, of being knocked down and getting back up, the importance of team and seeing the job through. However, for my brother, it's also been a mission field that combined the importance of the mental, physical, and spiritual in developing not only the student athlete, but the tridimensional man as well. And I can report he succeeded in both missions. And it's the younger athlete is why Travis Kelce's outburst was concerning. But then he did take the vaccine. Yeah, I understand we're all first human. Just like before a pastor's a pastor, a rabbi's a rabbi, or a priest is a priest. They're first human and as a result subject to both proper and improper judgment. And why we should never put human beings on pedestals, because they're certainly subject to fall. But when we step up to leadership, don't we step out with a new responsibility? At least we should. Our lives in part become no longer our own. Just like a pastor or a politician, you answer to the flock or the constituents. And while one's actions, even habits, have got to change, I mean, that's a responsibility of leadership. Now, as a professional athlete, you may have not necessarily chosen to be a role model, just because you're good at a sport. So although there can be some type of a pass, no pun intended, we can give Kelce, unlike the pastor or politician, but a professional athlete should care how his image is perceived by younger athletes. And if they don't care, then we should care less about what they believe or know. And certainly don't put them on a pedestal for our children, even extending to promoting vaccines. As a politician, the past no longer applies. Your life is no longer your own. You have chosen a different path. Because where one's actions can cause a fall for a student athlete as a politician, it can lead to the fall of a community, state, or country. For example, Joe, did you see where the special prosecutor brought to light what we already knew or suspected about President Joe Biden being a cognitive mess? Not even to remember the last year he was vice president or the year his son died. But from a 5-hour interview, we learned that he willfully and illegally took classified documents. But they're not going to be bringing charges because, as reported, he would not likely be convicted because he would be viewed by a jury as an elderly gentleman with memory problems. How convenient. Talking a two-tier justice system. While the only one who had the presidential authority to declassify, Donald Trump, is being charged. Think about this. Biden stole documents as a senator and vice president, keeping them everywhere, some in his home garage in dilapidated boxes, but no charges, because a jury would see him as a sympathetic old man with memory problems. But then Biden, like Kelce, has taken the jab. But, Joe, I have no problem with Biden's age or Trump's. You know, my dad didn't enter politics until his latter 60s, becoming state representative of the Frankfort area, and elected mayor of Frankfort at 79, Trump's age today. And he'll be 95 tomorrow, Joe, and still as sharp mentally as he was when he was my high school basketball coach at good old Boyle County High School. Rebels, Rebels, Rebels. But did you know there's a recent poll showing that over 87% of the public feel Biden's too old? 73% Democrats. But that has more to do with the example of his cognitive decline and not age. And those who argue age just haven't lived long enough to learn. Just like every 10 years, a person's position will change on many subjects. I mean, there's a reason the Bible tells us the gray hair is a sign of wisdom. I just wish it had said no hair. Presidents today only serve 8 years, a maximum of 2 terms. Not like it was when unlimited terms, where Franklin Roosevelt died in office in his 4th term. And Trump's cognitive debility, just like dear old dad's, is fine, where Biden's is already on a slippery slope. Besides, unlike Kelce and Biden, Trump doesn't continue to get the jab. So although we understand he can give Travis Kelce a reprieve to play another day, It's time for Joe to go.
Randy Graham, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have them right here on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Coming up in the next half hour, James the Gardener gives us a gardening tip. We've got an Oreo Taste Test Tuesday, and we'll give you a chance as well to call in one more time to register for a Valentine's Day package in your $400 value. And we're drawing this winner later on this morning in the 9 o'clock hour, an overnight stay at the Hampton Inn, a $50 gift card from Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash, a pound of bourbon chocolates from Mom Blakeman's Candies, a dozen roses from Royalties Florist, and a $30 gift certificate from Las Margaritas. And we're giving that away coming up in this show later on this morning. And we'll give you one more chance to register. It's 832 238 WHIR is your phone number to call in this morning. 238-9447. Sunny, 31 degrees, and a 1-hour delay for Boyle County schools today.
The Boyle County Health Department, preventative care for a better future. The Vaccine for Children's program offers vaccines to children at no cost to parents or guardians who might not be able to afford them. Childhood vaccinations protect children from 17 different preventable diseases. Please call the Boyle County Health Department if you or your child qualifies for the Kentucky VFC program. Vaccinations and disease prevention means a healthier children, families, and communities. Please call the Boyle County Health Department at 859-236-2053.
The 2024-25 FAFSA is changing. Students complete the FAFSA to apply for financial aid to help pay for college. What's changing? The FAFSA is more user-friendly and more students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Because of the changes, the FAFSA may not be available until late December 2023. What's not changing? There's help. There are Kia counselors and others who are ready to help you complete the FAFSA. You're not in this alone. For more info, text MONEY to 1-800-928-8926. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
If you've ever been a victim of a scam or fraud attempt, you're not alone. Con artists are good at tricking people. Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. A way we beat the fraudsters is to communicate with each other. Always feel free to contact us, as we're glad to help you and share advice.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
February is Black History Month, and Ephraim McDowell Health is hosting a free lunch and learn to allow people to learn more about African American history in Danville. It'll be hosted by President and Director of the Danville-Boyle County African American Historical Society, Michael Hughes, with lunch provided. It's a week from tomorrow, Wednesday, February 21st, at the Centerworks Building on Main Street. You can register online at the Ephraim McDowell Facebook page. Danville Schools is hosting a district science night on Thursday. It's open for all ages and grades in the Danville school system and will feature chemistry, engineering, and environmental science activities and demonstrations, free books, and opportunities for students and families to provide science instruction in the Danville schools. It's Thursday from 5:30 until 6:30 at Danville High School. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes proclamations naming February Black History Month, Heart Health Month, and Radon Awareness Month. There will also be updates from HR Director Steve Griffin, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and Magistrate Steve Sleeper on Homelessness Task Force funding. It's this morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open, and the public is encouraged to attend. Critters Without Litters in Mercer County has set up a new GoFundMe in an effort for them to help find their new home. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that their goal is $80,000 to find a new home after their Mauberley Road office was slated to be demolished to make way for the new Mercer County Animal Shelter. Critters Without Litters is a low-cost spay and neuter clinic that takes barn cats, feral cats, and stray cats, as well as animals from low-income families to spay and neuter. They also offer low-cost rabies shots for $10. Numbers from Critters Without Litters estimates more than 17,000 animals they've helped over the years. You can donate to the Mercer County Critters Without Litters GoFundMe to help them find a new home on their page at GoFundMe.com. And former Saturday Night Live cast member and comedian Pete Davidson has announced that he'll be coming to Lexington Opera House in April. That show will be Saturday, April 27th, with pre-sale tickets going on sale this morning at 10 o'clock with the code PETE. General sale tickets begin tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Hey, it's me, Gus the Gopher for Atmos Energy. Being a gopher, I like to dig. That's what us gophers were born to do, along with eating plants, taunting groundskeepers, and listening to bluegrass music. And I especially enjoy digging around the yard. Occasionally, I bump into a utility line and I get a headache. Ouch! After all, they're hard to miss since they can be buried anywhere. But if you hit one with your shovel, backhoe, or ditch digger, you could cause a gas leak, disrupt service, or worse. Makes me shake in my paws just thinking about it. You can avoid all of this by calling 811 at least 3 business days before you or someone else digs in your yard to have those underground utility-owned lines marked. Calling 811 will help protect your property, and more importantly, you. It's free, and it's the law. You dig what I'm saying? For more on safe digging, visit atmosenergy.com/811.
New year, new road, new ride. Start yours in a new Kia from Cartown Kia. 2024 Kia Forte, just $199 down and $199 a month. Or the 2023 Kia Sorento, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or with rates starting as low as 0.9%. Start the new year in a new ride at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Forte, $199 per month, 1964 due at signing. 2023 Kia Sorento, $299 per month, 2801 due at signing. 36 month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2024.
My name is Chase Harrington, and I'm from Nicholsville, Kentucky. I've been singing for about 7 years. When I got into performance, I came to Studio G. I've been learning how to look good on stage, how to bring out my voice more in the songs that I sing, how to get confidence. I hear an immense difference in my voice compared to when I started coming here.
Studio G is the performing arts place. To learn more, call 859-734-4394. Studio G. The G stands for growth.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way, folks. Call them. 859-519-6382. ADA Heating and Air. All right, you get sunshine, a high of 50. A low tonight of 32. Tomorrow, sunshine and 57. Thursday, mostly sunny and 57. Right now, it's 8:39 in the morning. It's 32 degrees. The wind chill feels like 27 right here in Danville. Wedding Planning with Pim is coming your way right now.
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart-Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Centerpieces are essential if an elegant wedding is your goal. They make the guest tables look special and provide ambiance. Think candles and mirrors. Nothing's more romantic. Purchase single candle holders, 3 or 4 per table. Spray paint holders in the color of your choice. Next, buy tall candles in varying heights, 24, 28, 30, or 36 inches. The taller the candle, the more elegant the look. Put a mirror on each table, either round or square. Place the candle holders on the mirror, close to the center. Put the candles in the holders. Place 3 or 4 votive candles around the tall candlesticks on the outskirts of the mirror, and scatter a few glass pebbles. You've just created a magnificent centerpiece for little money and turned the room into a romantic candlelit wonderland. Warning, anytime you're using tall candles and holders, it's essential to buy candle putty. It fills the gaps between the holder and the candle and keeps them erect. In the fall, make an exquisite centerpiece with fresh fruit. Rent silver plate or crystal bowls from a party rental store. Make sure the fruit is at room temperature and spray with gold or silver paint. Add a few large green silk leaves. Place each bowl on a mirror and voila! My love note, nothing can hide a party room's shortcomings like dimming the lights and decorating with twinkle lights and plenty of candles.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Jackson Hewitt is so sure they'll get you your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
Switch to Jackson Hewitt and we'll beat what you paid last year, even if you filed online. Ain't nothing to it. Switch to Jackson Hewitt and pay less for tax prep, guaranteed. Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana.
Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community. Immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery. Mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school basketball Tuesday night as the Boyle County Rebels host DCA in the girl-boy doubleheader. Girls game tips off at 6. The boys game follows. We'll have it on 103.9 FM, WHIR. 7:30 tip-off for Mercer County girls. They'll host Casey County, a game on 99.5 FM, WHBN. And Kentucky back at home trying to break this 3-game home losing streak. Hosting Ole Miss, 7:30 pregame, 9 o'clock tip-off on Z105.
You get a frantic call saying your grandchild is in trouble and they need help. You're asked to send money fast. Don't do it. I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. This is called the grandparents scam. Always check with family members or local authorities first.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
All right, it's 8:45 in the morning. James the Gardener's in studio.
Yes, sir.
Today, World Radio Day.
Oh, yeah, he did mention
that. It's World Radio Day, so our favorite radio gardener
right.
is on here. And tell you what, James, we'll get to your segment right now, and then we'll come back after your segment. And come back, we're going to stay here. It's not like we're coming back from somewhere. Right. We're going to go into the garden, and then when we leave the garden, we're going to give people a chance to register to win this Valentine's Day package.
Okay.
That we're doing. So
okay, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so that'll be good. So let's see what James has got in gardening tips for us today.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Growing our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
All right then, James the Gardener. What's going on today in the garden?
Oh, well, we do have some sunshine coming. You know, this morning when I went to leave, I had to help the car defrost this morning because it was all iced up. So, yeah. And I can't remember what the officer's name was, but it's a couple of wrecks over in Mercer County.
Oh.
They're working, accidents because of the black ice.
Yeah.
So, they're asking people to slow down, and because depending on where you at, like I said, there may be black ice, so be sure to watch out for that. But, I've been trying to think of all the different ideas for gardens this year, and I think I've come down to where I'm going to try to use pallets for my design, because I've seen a lot of great pallets being put back into use, for garden. So I think this year, that's what I'm going to kind of go for, because you can make some really neat designs, and there's pallets that are all different sizes. So you can find the size most of the time free, where people are just trying to get rid of them because they got too many. And I think somewhere around, in Danville, you should be able to find some pallets to do a really great design. But I think you can do, maybe like 3 or 4 beds if you wanted to, one with vegetables, one herb, and one flowers, and you'll be set. So I think that's a great idea for those who, want to be frugal. That's the way to go.
Gardening with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. All righty, James. Valentine's Day is tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
You've gotten Lisa anything yet?
Yes.
You seemed a little uncertain there. There was a little bit of a pause.
Yeah, a little pause.
It was just, yes.
Yeah. Well, see, I can't give it away,
yeah.
So.
Is she listening?
Of course she is. She'll probably text me here in a few minutes.
Okay.
But, no, it's all good. Yeah. I'm prepared.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if not, here's a chance for you to win, but because you're associated with a radio station, you can't register anyway.
I know.
There are prizes where I'm like, man, I really wish I could register for my own prize I'm giving away.
Yeah, I've thought about that like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, this would be a great thing to win.
This would be awesome.
But here it is, James. This is a near $400 value on this thing when you add all of it up.
Right.
An overnight stay at the Hampton Inn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A $50 gift card to Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash.
Clean car.
Oh, good clean car.
Yeah.
A pound of bourbon chocolates from Mom Blakeman's Candies, which seems like a lot of chocolate.
Yes. Well, I'll have to eat it slow.
Can you imagine just laying in bed at the Hampton Inn, just fingers covered in chocolate, belly expanding with each bourbon chocolate you throw down, but you can't stop.
Yeah, just one more.
A dozen roses from Royalties Florist. Roses are expensive.
Yes, they are.
Nice roses here.
Yeah.
And a $30 gift certificate from Las Margaritas.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we're giving away.
Yeah, that's nice.
And all of that goes to the same person. This isn't 6 different prizes or 5 different prizes. Everybody, the one person that wins gets it all because it's like an all-inclusive type thing.
Grand prize.
So we've got a number of names down today.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we should give people one more chance because we're drawing the winner today.
Yeah.
So, you can get in by the skin of your teeth, so to say.
Right.
Because this is the last time.
Right.
And so every time I've done this, I've played a little love song in the background for a little bit, giving people a chance to call in. Then we take the next commercial break, and we keep the phone lines open through the commercial break. So that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
But I wanted to make sure I ended it on a bang.
Okay.
So I actually Googled the top love songs of all time.
All right.
Top 5, I know some of them I didn't.
Okay.
But then when I was looking at the list, it got to number 6 on the list of the top love songs of all time. And I said, that's the one I'm going to play.
Okay.
And we had this great promo put together, and it's not running anymore on the radio because we're drawing today. So you wouldn't want something to run later on this afternoon when we've already drawn the winner.
Right.
But it had the Beatles, All You Need Is Love in the background.
Okay.
So I'm going to play another Beatles song. This is considered the 6th greatest love song of all time by whatever website I was looking at. I don't even know what website it was. I just clicked on the first link that was there.
Right.
This song is one of my favorite Beatles songs. I believe, my dad's listening, he could tell me, but I believe it was written by George Harrison.
Okay.
Who I think is the best of all the Beatles.
Yeah.
Seems like he was the least dramatic out of all of them, at least.
Yeah, he's pretty calm.
I mean, you got John Lennon and Paul McCartney battling over who's the greatest.
Right.
You got Ringo back there acting like a clown on the drums. And you got George Harrison.
Right.
Who I think was Buddhist, along with some other stuff that he was.
Right.
So here it is, a little George Harrison action. If you want to register to win, phone lines are open right now.
Call now.
238-WHIR if you don't have your name down. Last chance to register now. It may be where we don't get any calls because everyone that wants to register already has. And that's fine, too.
Yeah.
But we got to give people one more chance.
All right.
So we'll keep the phone lines open. We'll hit a commercial break coming up here, and we'll keep those open through the commercial break, too. And then we'll kind of move on with our lives. There you go.
All right.
I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Somewhere in her smile, she knows that I don't need no other lover. Something in her style that shows me. Don't want to leave.
All right, just got another phone call in. So to me, it was worth it doing at least one more registration because we gave one more person the chance to register.
Yeah, very good.
And then we got someone else calling in.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is hit this commercial break. We'll keep the phone lines open. I can't play this entire song.
Right.
Because we're not licensed to play entire songs on the show. So I got to turn it down. That's why I usually only play like clips of the song.
Right.
So we'll take a commercial break. We'll come back. We'll keep the phone lines open.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, we can keep the phone lines open to the top of the hour. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, we got top hour news coming up in 7 minutes. So if you want to do that, we can. We're just going to give people a chance one last time to register here on WHIR for this Valentine's Day promotion. Actually, I have someone on hold right now. So we're going to hit this commercial break. We're taking this name and coming back and finishing up the show here on The Joe Show, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
The Boyle County Health Department, preventative care for a better future. The health department can screen for the following STDs: HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, and trichomonas in women. Most of these diseases can be treated at the health department and referrals made if necessary. We offer family planning, which includes Pap test, pregnancy testing, birth control, and emergency contraception. Condoms are always free. Cancer screening is available through a Pap test and appointments for mammograms. Give us a call at 859-236-2053.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school basketball Tuesday night as the Boyle County Rebels host DCA in the girl-boy doubleheader. Girls game tips off at 6. The boys game follows. We'll have it on 103.9 FM, WHIR. 7:30 tip-off for Mercer County girls. They'll host Casey County. A game on 99.5 FM, WHBN. And Kentucky back at home trying to break this 3-game home losing streak, hosting Ole Miss. 7:30 pregame, 9 o'clock tip-off on Z105.
You need a stopper at the new Papa's Quick Stop for some knickknacks, gas and snacks, breakfast, lunch, and fried chicken with a bone. Papa's Quick Stop has a loyalty program, fast way to earn on every purchase you make. A swipe of your card is all it takes. Come see what they've done to the new place at Papa's Quick Stop. Come try their great breakfast, lunch specials, and save on all your gas, snacks, beer, and much, much more. Hey, Papa, can you stop at the Quick Stop in Danville, across from the fairgrounds? Now offering the full Candleberry collection. Candleberry at Papa.
The Department for Aging and Independent Living within the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services wants to promote the Aging Disability Resource Center, a statewide toll-free phone line that provides older adults, individuals with physical disabilities, caregivers, and professionals with information to promote independent living. Call to learn about home-delivered meals, in-home services, respite care, caregiver support, and Medicaid waiver programs to help those age 60 and over. Call 877-925-0037. Kentucky, forward together. Paid for by the Department for Aging and Independent Living, the KBA, and the station.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining Medi-Share. Why? Well, Medi-Share is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. Medi-Share's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's. Their steaks are aged 28 days, hand-cut, second to none in tenderness and in flavor. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. Great steak truly is just the beginning. Sunshine, a high of 50. A low tonight, 32. Tomorrow, sunshine, 56. Thursday, sunny and 57. It's 8:57 in the morning. It's 31 degrees. We got Dusty in studio now and James the Gardener in studio. And we are happy to bring back, it's going to have to happen in the 9 o'clock hour, Dusty, in your segment, but happy to bring back one of our favorite segments.
Oh, yeah.
The Oreo Taste Test is back after a hiatus.
Alrighty.
Of many weeks of no months of really no new flavors.
Right.
But I will confess, I was walking through Walmart about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I saw a flavor we hadn't tried, and I didn't buy it. And the reason was I felt like I didn't want to beat a dead horse, right? Like some segments just die off.
Right.
Not that this should have been one of them, and you don't bring them back. You don't want to tire people out.
Right.
But when I had a loyal fan of the show text me that he found a new Oreo that we hadn't tried, I realized we had to resurrect the segment.
Right. Sure. Was it the same one that you thought, or that you were going to get?
This is a different one.
So we have two of them.
We have two of them, and so we got one for this week and one for next week.
Okay, very good.
So we're not going to do two in the same week. One for this week, one for next week. The one we're doing this week, let me pull out the bag, is Oreo Space Dunk. I didn't even know they were releasing these until Ben Garant, who's a loyal fan of the show, texted me and said, "I think I have an Oreo for you all that you haven't had before."
It's a little late. I thought Space Jam already happened.
I don't know what the point of the Space Dunk is. Yeah, I don't know why. Here, let me hold it up to the camera so they can see it. The viewers. It's an Oreo with a rocket ship in the top of it, and it's got pink and blue cream, cosmic cream. Now I don't think the cream tastes like anything.
Doesn't taste pink or blue?
It doesn't taste like the color, but there is popping candy in it.
Ooh, okay.
Now, we've had popping candy Oreo before because the July 4th firework Oreos they put out.
Sure. Right.
So to me, this is going to kind of be like that because the flavor cream in that popping candy Oreo also didn't, it was just regular cream flavor.
Do you think they just had leftover popping candy and they're like, what do we do with this?
We got to do something with this.
Recreate.
They're like, well, we got pink dye left and we got blue dye
some blue dye.
Yeah.
Space Dunk Oreos. Sounds good. Let's put it out. And they know people will buy them. So we're going to try out Space Dunk Oreos this week.
All right.
Next week, we're trying out black and white cookie Oreos.
Ooh.
You know what black and white cookies are? Black
cookies
and white
that
cookies
are black and white?
are popular in the Northeast, particularly in New York.
Okay.
They are basically just like a shortbread cookie, and they're supposed to mimic the moon. Half of the cream is black, half of the cream is white on top of the cookie, like an icing on top.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's even different flavors to it. It's just the cream are two different color creams. I don't get it. They're really good, but I don't get like
the hype
or like what this is going to taste like. If it's just going to be regular cream flavored with a brown or white sauce. So we're going to figure that out next week, though. This week it's Space Dunk Oreo, and that's coming up in the 9 o'clock hour here in the Joe Show.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Trey Thomas. Police in Houston say the shooter at Joel Osteen's megachurch had an anti-Semitic background.
We do have some anti-Semitic writings that we have uncovered during this process.
Police say there was also a sticker on her weapon that read Palestine. The gunman has been identified as Genesee Moreno. The 36-year-old has used a male name in the past, but police stopped short of saying that she may have been transgender. She brought a 7-year-old boy along with her. He was by her side and shot in the head. Police say the child is clinging to life in the hospital. President Biden says he's working with U.S. allies in the Middle East to secure the release of hostages held by Hamas. Biden met with the King of Jordan Monday at the White House. The president told reporters a deal between Israel and Hamas is in the works for a 6-week pause in fighting. Biden also warned of the dire humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is expected to make a full recovery after he was hospitalized Sunday for an emergent bladder issue.
Secretary Austin currently remains hospitalized at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center and is in good condition.
Major General Pat Ryder told reporters Austin transferred his powers to Deputy Secretary of Defense Kathleen Hicks. The 70-year-old retired general has been treated recently for prostate cancer. President Biden is now on TikTok. His first post on the popular social media app showed him at home watching the Super Bowl, along with the caption, "LOL, hey guys." Many GOP lawmakers have taken aim at the app over possible connections to the Chinese government. You're listening to NBC News Radio.
Some days, my active psoriatic arthritis makes it hard to get in the game. Now, the ball is in my court, thanks to treating my skin and joints with Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults. Skyrizi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
President Biden is joking about his memory following the special counsel report that raised new concerns about his age.
What I didn't realize, and I've been around, I know I don't look like it, but I've been around a while. I do remember that.
Last week, a Justice Department report cleared Biden of criminal wrongdoing in his handling of classified documents after leaving the vice presidency. But the special counsel characterized Biden as a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory who had diminished faculties in advancing age. An elderly man who lived on a remote peninsula in Alaska has become the first known patient to die from Alaska pox. Sarah Lee Kessler reports.
Alaska pox, also known as AKPV, is in the same family of viruses as smallpox, cowpox, and mpox. It was discovered in 2015 by scientists in Fairbanks. It's thought to spread from rodents to humans, but Alaskan health authorities believe the victim contracted the disease after being scratched by a stray cat. The man was immunocompromised and being treated for cancer.
Super Bowl 58 was the most-watched telecast ever. Sunday's matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers drew an average of over 123 million viewers across all platforms, with CBS drawing 112 million, the largest audience in history for a single network. Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes is going to Disneyland. Chiefs fans lined the parade route at the Magic Kingdom to cheer on the now 3-time Super Bowl MVP, following Kansas City's victory over the San Francisco 49ers 25-22 Sunday in Las Vegas. You're listening to NBC News Radio.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
I think last week was probably the worst week of Biden's presidency, and I don't see it getting any better because I don't think he's better cognitively, and I don't see any. I've not spoken with any doctor that thinks he can improve cognitively. It doesn't matter whether they give him medicine or treatment or how much they cover for him, which means probably Van Jones gave the best advice. Now, you got Van Jones, you got David Axelrod, you got James Carville, you got Paul Begala now adding the list. Maureen Dowd with another column this weekend addressing specifically the age issue. These are very prominent Democratic voices. They're listened to within Democratic circles.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, you can give your home a new look with premium custom window treatments from our friends at Blinds.com. And right now you can save up to 45%. Now choose from their Roman and woven wood shades, shutters, motorized options, and much more. And it's all 100% online, the better way to shop. And that means no showroom markups, no pushy commission salespeople in your home. You can do the measuring or installation yourself or just let Blinds.com handle it for you. There's just one low installation cost, even if you buy multiple window treatments. And with Blinds.com, you get design experts that can help you pick the best styles. That's free. They'll even give you free premium samples. That's fast and free. And with Blinds.com, they give you an upfront quote that you can trust online, no hidden fees. And with Blinds.com, you get free shipping and, of course, their 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you're not happy, they will make it right. Go to Blinds.com right now. Save up to 45%. That's right, 45% off for a limited time when you go to Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining Medi-Share. Why? Well, Medi-Share is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. Medi-Share's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. February is Black History Month, and Ephraim McDowell Health is hosting a free lunch and learn to allow people to learn more about African American history in Danville. It'll be hosted by President and Director of the Danville-Boyle County African American Historical Society, Michael Hughes, with lunch provided. It's a week from tomorrow, Wednesday, February 21st, at the Centerworks Building on Main Street. You can register online at the Ephraim McDowell Facebook page. Danville Schools is hosting a district science night on Thursday. It's open for all ages and grades in the Danville school system and will feature chemistry, engineering, and environmental science activities and demonstrations, free books, and opportunities for students and families to provide science instruction in the Danville schools. It's Thursday from 5:30 until 6:30 at Danville High School. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes proclamations naming February Black History Month, Heart Health Month, and Radon Awareness Month. There will also be updates from HR Director Steve Griffin, EMS Director Mike Rogers, and Magistrate Steve Sleeper on Homelessness Task Force funding. It's this morning at 9 o'clock at the Boyle County Courthouse. The meeting is open, and the public is encouraged to attend. Critters Without Litters in Mercer County has set up a new GoFundMe in an effort for them to help find their new home. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that their goal is $80,000 to find the new home after their Mobberly Road office was slated to be demolished to make way for the new Mercer County Animal Shelter. Critters Without Litters is a low-cost spay and neuter clinic that takes barn cats, feral cats, and stray cats, as well as animals from low-income families to spay and neuter. They also offer low-cost rabies shots for $10. Numbers from Critters Without Litters estimates more than 17,000 animals they've helped over the years. You can donate to the Mercer County Critters Without Litters GoFundMe to help them find a new home on their page at GoFundMe.com. And former Saturday Night Live cast member and comedian Pete Davidson has announced that he'll be coming to Lexington Opera House in April. That show will be Saturday, April 27th, with pre-sale tickets going on sale this morning at 10 o'clock with the code PETE. General sale tickets begin tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Yeah, it's brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the auto owners insurance company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, 236-6686. Sunshine, a high of 49, a low tonight 32. Sunshine tomorrow, high of 56. Sunshine Thursday and 57. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning. It is a Kentucky Music Preview Tuesday. We have Dusty in studio, and we have James the Gardener in studio as well.
Do we have to scoot together?
Yeah, scoot together a little closer so we can get you on the live screen here.
Now, is this where you register for the Valentine's Day Joe's Love Package?
You can.
Is that where you win?
But you can't register.
Oh.
Because you're affiliated with the radio station.
Oh, that's fair.
Which, I don't know, are you really affiliated? I mean, just because you host a segment doesn't mean you're affiliated.
I think that's fair.
But James, you work and get paid here sometimes when you're running the board and stuff. So you work for the station.
James gets paid?
Yeah, I know. Dusty, however, doesn't get paid.
Right.
That's true. So is there no affiliation then? Is that how the
I would
rules
think
work?
if a business owner called in right now that advertises with us and says, hey, can I register? I'd say, yeah, because because they're buying advertising doesn't mean they're affiliated. I mean, they're just a regular community member that's listening to the show.
That's true.
So
I think everybody should register for Joe's Love Package.
Why not? Call now.
Yeah, that's what it's called, right?
That's right.
We can call it whatever you want.
I mean, missed opportunity if it's not.
Joe's Love Package.
Joe's Love Package, and you got to be like Joe's Love Package.
Dusty, I'm watching you on the live stream right now, and
all you can see is
the microphone flag.
Yeah.
This is WHIR's right in your face. You look like Wilson from Home Improvement. You can never see the bottom half of his face.
It's the mystery. Who is this Dusty
guy?
Character?
All right.
Anonymous.
Space Dunk Oreos. 5 galactic designs, so the rocket ship is not the only design on it.
Ooh.
Cosmic cream with popping candy.
Do we have to try one of each design?
If you want to. If you want to try. So this design has a star on it. Let me hold it up to the live stream. Can you see that? Look at that. See that star with pink cream coming out the top. So I'm going to pass the Oreo package along. Take it, James. There you go. Blue cream and pink cream mixed together with a little popping candy in the middle as we resume and resurrect and return one of the, what I call the OG Joe Show segments, one of the original ones, the Oreo Taste Test and Power Rankings. Go ahead, James. Take a bite.
It smells good.
Yeah, it does.
It smells like a more fun Oreo.
I don't think the cream has any flavor. I think it's just dyed pink and blue.
There is a flavor with it, but not quite sure what it is.
You don't know what it is.
But I'd buy a pack.
You would buy a pack?
Yeah.
It's good enough to buy then.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, there's the Pop Rocks.
Right.
Wait, are they allowed to call Pop Rocks?
I think it's just called popping candy.
All right, it's like hitting like the back of my throat, which feels weird.
No, that's a nice little taste.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, I definitely would buy one.
Are you trying to get the Pop Rock in there?
I wonder if you hold your mouth over to the microphone, if you can hear the popping of rocks. I can.
Yeah, I can hear some popping.
I mean, this is legit. This is what you call natural sound in the business.
Right.
The popping of rocks in our mouth.
ASMR here.
Do you like the taste, Dusty? James says he likes it.
It's not. There's like, I don't know. It's kind of like less. I want to say it's less sweet than a normal Oreo.
I think it is too.
Right?
I don't know if the cream has flavor. I just think it seems less sweet.
It's less sweet because I think they're like, oh, we should make this less sweet on the cream because we're adding the Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
And the Pop Rocks do give it a cool, popping candy, whatever you want to call it.
I feel like it kind of throws me off because the cream is pink and blue and it makes you think it's going to be some crazy, astronomical flavor.
Right.
Super sweet, and then like you eat it, and not that it's not sweet, but it doesn't seem like it's as sweet as a regular Oreo. So like, think.
This one has a telescope.
I think they toned it down just a little
If
bit.
you have blood sugar issues, maybe you feel better about eating one of these things.
Are you supposed to push it up through the little hole that they made? What's the little hole for?
I don't know.
I think the hole on the top of the Oreo is just to show the pink cream inside.
Yeah.
You can push it through if you're gentle. You don't want to break the cookie.
All right, what's the score?
I'd give it a 6.5.
Okay. First one that popped in my head was 6.3, so we're right around each other. What do you think, Dusty?
I was saying about 6, yeah.
Okay.
Because I was trying to gauge where, like, because it's been so long, I don't know where's the rest of them. Right? Because I think these are better than the 4th of July cookies, because I think the 4th of July cookies were, like, too much candy, right?
Wow, I've really got to organize this. My Oreo power rankings are not legible.
It's your handwriting, too.
Here they are. USA Pop Rock Oreos.
Yeah.
So it was for the Olympics, I think, too, maybe, last year.
Sure. Might have been, yeah.
5.2 is what we gave those.
Oh, yeah, these are better than that.
Those were below the Lady Gaga Oreos.
Yeah.
At 5.4. Remember the Lady Gaga Oreos?
Yeah.
They had, like, green cream.
Yeah, they were weird.
Yeah, they
All right,
were
so 6.0, 6.5, and 6.3. Is that what we have?
Uh-huh.
6.0 plus 6.3 plus 6.5.
I did eat another one, so that gives you an indication.
Yeah, I've had
The
two.
Pop Rocks throw me off, though.
It's a 6.26. We round up to 6.3. So that would tie it with the dark chocolate Oreo Thins.
Okay.
And the 110th birthday Oreos as well at 6.3.
Those are really old Oreos.
Yeah. No.
I can't remember like any of these that we tasted. I do remember the s'mores Oreos because those are 8.2.
S'mores are really good.
And I remember the Oreo candy canes because those weren't edible.
Those are
But everything
awful.
in between is just kind of a mashup. 6.3. We have stamped it with a hand of the king as the official score.
If you have children, I think this would be a lot of fun. Like if you sneak these in like your kids like lunchbox, and then they take a bite of them because they'll be around their friends and be like, my mouth feels weird. Something's going on.
Yeah,
Right.
I actually thought of that.
Yeah.
Imagine not knowing there's popping rocks in it and then eating one and like, what in the world's going on right now?
Yeah.
Why's my mouth? What's wrong with these Oreos? Not knowing there's popping candy. All right, so 6.3, the official score of the Space Dunk Oreos. James said he'd buy it. Dusty, would you buy it? Would you buy the Space Dunk?
Now that I've tasted them, like here's the thing, like judging by the package, I don't think I would buy them by themselves, right? But now that I've had them, I would purchase them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, like the whole blue pink cream, like even like right now, I know that there's really like no flavor to it, but but looking at the package, I'd be like, well, that doesn't seem appetizing.
Yeah.
Right.
Pink and blue.
Yeah.
What is
Pink
this
and
like?
blue.
Watermelon and
There's a
blueberry
cotton
flavored
candy.
cream.
Yeah.
Right,
Is it like
right.
too sweet? But now it's not too sweet. It's like it has that nice pop rock feel to it. So I think my kids would totally enjoy these too.
There you go. I probably would not buy them because if I'm buying Oreos, I'm not going to buy multiple packages, and if I'm buying them, I'm not going to waste my one Oreo buy on Pop Rocks when I can buy regular double-stuffed Oreos or something.
You would just buy regular Oreos.
Or S'moreos or something like that.
Just like I had bought the Java the other day, because those things are tasty.
Those
ones are
got
good.
really high rankings. Java Cream Oreo was our second highest one at 7.7.
Yeah.
So that's a good buy right there. All right, it's 9:18. We've got a quick break. Come back, and the Kentucky Music Preview with Dusty's next.
New year, new road, new ride. Start yours in a new Kia from Cartown Kia. 2024 Kia Forte, just $199 down and $199 a month. Or the 2023 Kia Sorento, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or with rates starting as low as 0.9%. Start the new year in a new ride at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Forte, $199 per month. 1964 due assignment. 2023 Kia Sorento, $299 per month. 2801 due assignment. 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year. Plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2024.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pam Fitzgerald Clark with Wedding Planning with Pam, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. Do you have a small business in need of bookkeeping, payroll, or other business services? At H&R Block, we do it all, from simple sole proprietorships to partnerships, corporations, estates and trusts, and even nonprofit returns. With our monthly business services starting at just $50 per month, our prices are competitive and can allow you to focus on your business while we take care of your books. Give us a call at 859-236-3281 to learn more about our small business services or stop by the office at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville.
This is how we doing it with this Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. In 2024, they are making deals real. With their educated personal staff, they make shopping fun and buying easy.
Do you want a newer vehicle? Want a truck for under $25,000? Need your vehicle service? Needing a place that's going to treat you right? Well, Withers is the way. Check them out, Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is one place I will not pass on deals with wheels for the 2024.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them, 859-519-6382. ADA Heating and Air. Sunshine, a high of 50, a low tonight 32. Tomorrow, sunshine, 56 is your high. Thursday, mostly sunny, and a high of 57. Right now, we are looking at February 13th. It's 32 degrees, and it's time now for the Kentucky Music Preview. What's up, Dusty?
Nothing much, Joe. How are you?
Doing good.
Just I woke up early today. I went to bed earlier because I stayed up late watching the Super Bowl. And then so yesterday I caught back up on my sleep, and then I went to the gym this morning.
There you go.
For the first time.
Because you knew you were going to have a Space Dunk Oreo. You had to get your workout in early. What about the 1 hour delay, though? Did that throw you off for Boyle County schools?
No, not really. I mean, I ended up I'm the one who had to take the boys this morning because of that hour delay because my wife had to go on to work. But I was already planning on coming here, so I just had to make sure I dropped them off in time.
Okay.
But no, we just played our games for an hour, an extra hour,
So, glad to have you in the studio, Dusty. By the way, I swung and missed yesterday.
Okay.
I predicted Boyle County would be out of school today.
Oh, you did? See, okay, I was real confused this morning because even in the car line, there was like cars that didn't have anything on it, like mine, but that's fine. Like, I actually use a garage for a garage, and I park my car in there.
Right.
So I get that. But there was like cars like covered in snow.
Yeah, I think in some of the knobs, maybe they got...
And I'm like,
it was a really fine line
weird.
from where the snow hit and where it didn't.
It was very odd because it was just like even this morning, like at the gym parking lot, it's like I'm parking beside all these cars, and like I look over and there's one just like an inch of snow on it, and I'm just like, what? Where was that car?
Yeah.
Like, did they make their own snow and just threw it on there? Like,
I saw Boyle County Schools posted earlier on Facebook that why they had a 1 hour delay, and they were driving some of the county roads, and some of them had a thin layer of snow on it.
Yeah?
So they were just trying to give it an extra hour or so to
let
be
it
able
melt.
to take care of and melt. So
yeah, and it's supposed to be like even warmer, like
50 today.
Right.
Like, me and Jack are going to be probably outside playing basketball today.
Sweet.
On a day where we got the chance of 3 inches of snow last night. That was in the forecast.
Yeah, right. And so like the kids this morning were like, "Oh, where's our heavy coats?" And I was just like, "You'll be all right."
Yeah.
Yeah, they have long
it's gonna
sleeves
be 50 degrees is a high.
Exactly. Yeah, whenever you get
I know
out of
there's
school.
ice on the vehicle right now, but
it was just very odd. And I'm like, Kentucky weather, man. It's the strangest thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, but we do have some good music coming in to Kentucky. Oh, real quick. Sorry, I just thought of this. This is how my brain works.
Okay.
So we have a brass band meeting Thursday that members have to attend. And I am going to pitch the idea of for the downtown downbeats, right? So that's like every Thursday, right? Not every Thursday, but the first Thursday of the month, right?
Once a month.
Yeah, and so if the county or city people are listening, we still like please approve that funding so we can continue that. It's a good time.
Jenny Holland was on here earlier this morning, Mayor Pro Tem, City Commissioner.
Yeah, did you pitch it? Did you say, hey?
I should have. You should have texted me this morning.
So what about them downtown downbeats?
Yeah, you should have texted me this morning and told me to, and I would have.
Yeah, next time. Right.
But
I'm going to pitch the idea of a karaoke night.
Oh, okay. Like for one of the downtown downbeats?
Exactly.
That would be cool.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I think Danville has like a big like a surprisingly large karaoke.
I didn't realize
community.
people took it so serious.
Yeah. That's the other thing.
So
yeah.
I was a judge one time in Harrodsburg for like a karaoke contest.
Okay.
Yeah. And like one guy came up and was like, "Where can I sign up?" And like he just happened to see me, and I was like, "I think the signups are already over. I don't know." And he got angry. He was like, "What do you mean the signups are over?" I'm like, "Dude," like he was like an older guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Dude, like what do you like? You're not going to get a record deal from this. This is Pioneer Days at Harrisburg."
Yes,
This is a one-day festival thing. This was like the early rendition of Pioneer Day. Like, why are you yelling at me over karaoke? So people do take it seriously.
Well, what was like so? We last week we had a basketball game for Lucas at 7:45 is when it started.
It's a late
game.
That's like tonight's UK game's a 9 o'clock tip-off.
Yeah.
I guess the equivalent of that for like second and third graders.
Right. And so, Lucas is in third grade, 7:45 tip-off or whatever. And so we met with our friends who were on the other team and ate at that the Mia Pueblo, the blue one, right?
Yes.
And it was Thursday night. Well, it was karaoke night there.
Oh, yeah.
And there were people just coming in to sing. Not even eat.
And
the waiters knew and the waitresses knew. They were just like sat down on the table. They waved to them. They're like, "Oh, hey." And then they would get up and sing, and some of them were actually really good.
I mean, I'm not shocked that they're good. There's a lot of people talented musically, but if you're going to go to a business, at least order the cheese dip or something.
Right? That's kind of what I thought.
Like you're taking up space, or people could be sitting there.
Yeah, but it was also I think they did get a drink or something like that.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, but they also, I think they were waiting on their friends maybe, but it was just odd just to see somebody like sit down and then like immediately their name is called and they walk up there. And then I was trying to get everybody to sing because I don't want to be the only one at my table to sing.
Oh,
right?
So did you sing?
I wanted to, but we also ran out of time.
All right.
Like, we had to go to the
What would be your go-to karaoke song?
Go-to karaoke song? I do like All Around the World by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So do they have that? Do they have like every song in creation on there?
Well, that's what I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out, and that's one of the things I have to discuss is like, okay, do we get a karaoke person that like has the program? Because we used to karaoke back in the day of college. We used to go to I think it's called Survivors, and there was a dude there. It was I don't know if he's still there. His name, or I don't know if it's his name, but we called him Lunchbox. And I remember him because he had his dentures in a Kroger bag, and then he would put them in to sing. His name was Lunchbox.
Why'd you call him Lunchbox?
I don't know. The bartenders and all of them called him Lunchbox.
That must be his nickname.
He was in charge of the karaoke. And I just remember, like, because if you don't sign up, that's the thing. You have to have people there to, like, get it going, right? Yeah. And so if they didn't have anybody sign up or if they had a lull,
Lunchbox would sing.
Lunchbox would sing.
He'd pop his dentures in.
He would take his Kroger bag and untie it and pop in his dentures.
Is he a pretty good singer?
He had a really smooth kind of baritone voice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Big Lunchbox fan here.
Big Lunchbox fan. And then also the bartender lady was also very good. She sang some If I Would Go Blind, or I'd Rather Go Blind by Etta James.
Okay, yeah.
And nail it. Just nail it. So I like that one. I also told my wife what I would like to do for karaoke night. You know the song That Summer, right, by Garth Brooks?
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. How like if you listen to it now, you're just like, that's kind of an odd song to be popular, right? So what I wanted to do is sing That Summer karaoke, but then lock eyes with the oldest lady there. And then never break.
And just sing it to her.
Just sing it right to her. And Monica was like, "Please don't. That'd be so awkward."
Oh gosh, yikes!
But that's why nobody else wanted to sing because they were like, "No, we can't let that happen."
All right, what do we have in music, Dusty?
All right, so music going on this week here in Kentucky. You have Portugal the Man coming to Old Forester's Paris Town Hall. You know Portugal the Man?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard of the group. They're also coming to the Louisville Palace, so I'll get like media things from them.
Media releases.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And Portugal the Man was on there.
So their opener is called Snack Time.
Nice.
And that is who we are going to be previewing.
Okay.
Because they have a nice horn line. I've been listening to them for about a week now since I saw this going on, and I was like, what the heck is Snack Time?
Snack Time.
Yeah, and that's a solid band name, right? They're out of Philadelphia, and so they're going to be coming here to sing. Then you have coming up, Asley Autumn will be at the Cafe in Louisville. Ryan Sinclair will be at Elkhorn Tavern there in Lexington. Then Buffalo Wabs and the Price Hill Hustle, if you want to go ahead and mark it on your calendar, they are going to be in Danville at the Nook at the 1st of March.
Okay.
But if you want to catch them earlier, you can catch them at the Steam Engine Pizza Pub there in Irvine, Kentucky,
all right.
Both Friday and Saturday. They're doing a back-to-back show there, and that's always a nice place to see live events. Other than that, you can go this weekend, the 17th. That's this weekend, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
17th, Saturday.
So Vinyl Richie, the band that I run sound for, they are celebrating their 10-year anniversary.
Nice.
So they've been together 10 years.
They can jam.
in a version of Vinyl Richie, but there's a bunch of founding members still in the band. But Vinyl Richie will be playing, and they invited me to go, and I get to introduce them and have some fun on the stage with them as well. And so I'll be at the Burl on the 17th. I already found a babysitter. We're lined up, good to go. And so I'm excited about that because I get to go out and have some fun with some good fellas and ladies. And but Vinyl Richie, if you want to catch them at the Burl this Saturday.
This right here, Snack Time. They're playing when?
They're playing the 16th at Old Forester's Paristown Hall. And if you like Portugal the Man, they're the openers for them.
Got to go see them opening for Portugal the Man. It's 9:30. Dusty, appreciate you being on.
Thank you, Joe.
We got Mary Stith Hamlin with Stith Funeral Home coming up right after this, but we'll let Snack Time play for a little bit.
If your ship is stuck in the ocean and there's no light to show you the way, just listen up, I'll be your guide and I'll lead you to shore. Just drop on the baggage, leave it all on the goddamn floor. No matter what happens, just know I got you. If you came to party, we'll show you how. Come as you are, so we can all get down. The world is so divided, we've got to unite. Good vibrations make it feel alright.
All right, 9:32 in the morning. Mary Stith Hamlin's on here next, and we're also drawing a winner for the Valentine's Day package in the next 30 minutes right here on The Joe Show.
New road, new ride. Start yours in a new Kia from Cartown Kia. 2024 Kia Forte, just $199 down and $199 a month. Or the 2023 Kia Sorento, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or with rates starting as low as 0.9%. Start the new year in a new ride at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Forte, $199 per month, 1964 due assigned. 2023 Kia Sorento, $299 per month, 2801 due assigned. 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2024.
If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 44 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes. Then enjoy a signature meal. Plan your trip at parks.ky.gov.
If you're feeling hopeless, alone, and broken, maybe empty inside, Chloe's Petals for Hope.
Chloe's Petals for Hope sponsors a survivor of suicide support group for adults the first Thursday of every month at the Boyle County Library Community Room from 6 to 7 p.m. Follow us on Facebook and look at our website, Chloe's Petals for Hope, for more information.
'Cause it's just around the corner, we'll find hope together. Chloe's Petals for Hope.
For help, call the crisis hotline 988.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. at least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. Sunshine, a high today of 50. A high tomorrow, 56. A high Thursday, 57. A high Friday of 50. Right now, it's 9:35 in the morning. And Jim Barman makes this segment official.
The following is a paid program.
Yes, it is. Thank you for that, Jim. And welcome on to the show, Mary Stith Hamlin from Stith Funeral Home. Hello, Mary. How are you?
Hello, Joe. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Doing good.
You survived getting up this morning with all the frozen stuff.
Took me a little longer to get in with all the snow that we got last night.
Yeah. So much snow last night that, gosh.
I looked out the window this morning, and, when there's supposed to be snow, first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, see what it looks like, and I was like, uh-oh. They swung and missed last night, and I did too, because I predicted on this show yesterday.
Oh, really?
No school for Boyle County today. That was my prediction.
Oh.
Now, I told people, please don't take this to the bank and, skip on your homework because Joe says there's not going to be school. That's not...
Well, I think Boyle County's in school because there's a Boyle County school bus sitting in the parking lot of the funeral home as I left.
Why?
Well, I don't know, but I guess maybe he's over at the courthouse or they've got a load of kids at the library.
The library, I bet that's it. Yeah. It's a 1 hour delay for Boyle County schools today. They weren't a 1 hour delay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that was smart.
Yeah. So, what's going on at the funeral home? What are you all busy with today?
Well, we've got Lunch and Learns coming up in March.
Yeah.
And I really encourage people to go to those because if nothing else, it's education.
Right.
And you really learn all the ins and outs of making a prearrangement or thinking about your life and what you want done at the end of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much easier for the rest of the family if you have things written down. Even if you just have your vital statistics written down. We've had so many times when we looked at someone who's in their 50s or 60s and said, what's your mother's maiden name?
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that. What
so
or grandma. That's what we called her.
Yeah.
But we need the first name, the middle name, her maiden name.
Mm-hmm.
For the death certificate.
I know so it'd be my grandma. I know my grandma's maiden name. Ballou.
Ballou, aha.
Yeah, Ballou. And my grandma on my mom's side's maiden name is Roberts.
What are their first names?
Jane.
And what's their middle name?
I don't know what my grandma's middle name is.
Okay.
Well, right now it's Ballou because she moved her maiden name
to
her middle name.
No, we have to have their maiden names. The full maiden name.
I don't know. So what her name would be before she was married and her
her birth name.
Original middle name.
Her birth name.
Yeah, I don't know. Mom's listening because this is her favorite segment of the week. So my mom would text me what my grandma's middle name was on her side, but I don't know what I'll have to ask my dad later on today.
Ask your dad. Yeah. And it's easier if it's already written down.
Yeah.
And if your parents or your brother or sister or whoever will go on and do it, you don't ever have to redo it because it is your history.
Mm-hmm.
And, your date of birth and where you were born and how far you went in school and all of those things we have to have for the death certificates.
Okay.
And your parents' full names, your father's full name, your mother's full maiden name. So those are just things that can trip people up sometimes.
I hope. So I'm fortunate enough to where on my dad's side, so my grandma on that side, there's a ton of grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Yeah.
Right? So if it gets down all the way to me and we don't know my grandma's middle name, we're in desperate trouble because there should be like 25 other people they ask before they get to me.
Well, we can always leave that blank, but it makes it much easier for genealogists down the road if the full name is there. And the state really would like to have the full name. Unless somebody doesn't have a middle name. And a lot of women way back were only given a first name and their last name. And because everybody knew that would become their middle name when they got married. That's not the case anymore because a lot of women don't change their name.
Yeah, that's true.
So, it's good to have the whole
Now, I
thing.
do know my mom's original name, so that would help out. So I know her middle name before she was married and her last name. But she was one of those who, again, she didn't like her middle name at birth. So when she got married, she took Marshall, her maiden name, and made it her middle name. Luann Marshall Mathis.
Okay.
So, so that's information that you got to make sure you have. But let me ask you this, Mary. Let's say a family member dies. What is the first thing that someone should do when a family member, when a loved one, a mom, dad, whatever it may be, dies? I told you, we talked about this off the air, and I said, first thing I do is call Stith Funeral Home and ask you all what to do. First thing I do, call Stith. What's the first thing I do, Stith? But what is the first thing someone should do after a loved one dies?
Well, when somebody dies, if they're in the hospital, then, the hospital is going to ask you what funeral home you want. They will tell you that they will call the funeral home. Sometimes it's taken up to 24 hours for hospitals, especially out of town, to call us. So I had a family call me one night years ago, and they said, "Mary, why haven't you been out at the house?" And I said, "What's going on?" And they said, "Hasn't the hospital in Louisville called you?" And I said, "No, I didn't even know the person had died."
Oh, wow.
And, it had been the better part of the day. And the hospitals get busy. And anyway, so I really would suggest the first thing you do, if you've decided what funeral home you want to use, call the funeral home yourself.
Okay.
Just to make sure that they know. And then take a deep breath and notify all your family. And that may take 24 hours or whatever. Take your time, go slow. Don't let anybody tell you what you have to do, because the only thing you have to do is what your family wants to do.
Right.
I am really big on that, because when my father died, another person came in and changed things.
Yeah.
And it was really hard on us.
Yeah.
It was, people say, what's the worst thing you've ever had happen at a funeral? My father's. Because he died on a Thursday, and this person changed what I gave the newspapers Thursday night, and came out Friday morning that visitation was that day and the funeral was the next day. So 48 hours after Daddy died, my little sister looked at me and said, it's just been 42 days since you called me and told me Daddy died. They didn't make it, and it's all over, and I don't even realize it's happened.
Yeah.
It's just too fast.
Yeah.
Used to be a lot of funerals where most of the funerals were 2 or 3 days at the most. Now, we can wait a week. We can wait 2 weeks. Whatever is best for the family. And that really makes it a lot easier for people who already have plans that they have to do this or they have to do that. It may be something through work that they really have to do.
Yeah.
So we can work around that.
It's interesting how those things that happen in our lives, and for you all as business owners too, the bad things that happen, you're able to take those and shape those and be like, I'm never going to let that happen to anybody else.
I've told a lot of people about this.
So like you all standard now is
I want the family to be in charge. I don't want somebody that doesn't even live in Danville.
Yeah.
And
had that not happened, who knows how strongly you'd feel about it, because it did happen.
Well, Daddy really, Daddy was good about telling me things, and one of the things he always said is the family has to be in charge. That was important to him. Well, when he died, our family didn't know it, but we weren't in charge, and the newspapers had no idea that this fella called the newspapers and changed.
I was going to say, what about the newspaper? Why did the newspaper say, hold on,
well,
you're not such and such?
At that point, the newspapers didn't make much. They didn't really pay attention to who was calling in, other than saying, "I'm calling about this funeral."
So they wouldn't think someone's up to something. Not that it was even malicious, but that they're trying to do what they want to do.
Well, the next week, both the Courier-Journal and the Herald-Leader gave out numbers to every funeral home in Kentucky.
Wow!
And you had to have that number to change anything on an obituary, because I was pretty irritated about
So that happened because of what happened with your dad's funeral?
Yeah.
You kind of like set the industry standard in Kentucky because of that.
I don't know about that.
And it should have been the standard anyway, but like it took
I know
something
they
like
probably
that.
had some words about how angry I was. I was, because
I imagine,
I didn't know until after the paper had gone to press that this had happened.
And then suddenly you're scrambling. It's already out. This is what people think. It's not a decision you made.
They changed information about one of our funerals without my permission, which was bad.
Yeah. So with Mary Stiff Hamlin from Stiff Funeral Home, I do have a question which is right up your alley here that someone asked on Ask Funeral Directors on the website here. And this is perfect. So this person asks, it says, it's becoming more common in my area, and I've received letters in the mail encouraging me to start thinking about pre-planning funeral arrangements. What is your honest opinion on pre-planned and paid funerals? So this is a person on this website asking funeral directors.
Yeah.
They should have been listening to this segment all along, but they could be from anywhere in the world, But
I am big on pre-planning.
Right.
Just because it avoids a lot of stress. It avoids a family questioning, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? Is this what my parent or my husband or my aunt would want? And if it's written down, there's no doubt what people want.
Right.
I would suggest that you don't make it an absolute, because if there's something that you have suggested, these are your suggestions to your family. If it's something that you've suggested and they're not real comfortable with, or it's going to be difficult to be done, then give them the freedom to change it.
Right.
Because I really think the living family has to be in charge, but they sure do need the suggestions from the family.
Mary Stiff Hamlin from Stiff Funeral Home. Lunch and Learn's coming up in March 7th, which is a Lunch and Learn. March 21st, which is a Dinner and Learn, because it's at like 5:30.
And you don't make your prearrangement, but you find out all the ins and outs of doing it.
And you do that and learn so much more information about what's going on at the Lunch and Learn. If you have any questions, that'll be a great time to ask as well about any top. Maybe you heard something on the radio that you have a question about, and you say, I just want to ask it in person.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can call the funeral home.
Come eat a meal with us.
Yes.
Come eat lunch with us, or come eat dinner with us.
You love it. Hey, so we've been doing this Valentine's Day registration, and we have a winner. So we had, I know on this show, we had 15 names down that were called in, people who were trying to register. And then we had people online that registered, and we had people on WHBN, our sister station, that registered. So we added them all together, and Robert, our general manager, took all the names and then randomly generated them.
Okay.
Like gave them a certain number, and then whichever number was the winner was the person that won.
Sure.
So we had the winner right now, live here in the show. The winner not live in the show, but we're going to tell you the winner live in the show.
All right.
But we're going to leave it as a cliffhanger, because I got a commercial break to play.
Okay.
And that winner's name
we'll come back
is
afterwards.
coming up next, right here on Tuesdays with Stiff on the Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville News Talk Sports, as we talk with Stiff Funeral Home and Mary Stiff Hamlin.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hi,
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
Kentucky has one of the most expansive state park systems in the nation. For decades, the parks have been bringing people together for family reunions, fishing, hiking, and a wealth of other activities. What's your favorite memory of a Kentucky state park? Unfortunately, it takes more than governmental support to keep the parks vibrant. The Kentucky State Parks Foundation raises money to create educational programs for elementary school kids to connect them with nature, handicappable hiking trails, and the preservation of historical artifacts. Make a tax-deductible donation online at KentuckyStateParksFoundation.org.
There seems to be a new scam every day. Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. If a stranger contacts you and asks for private information, like your bank account or social security number, it's a scam. Stay alert and be secure.
Some love him and some hate him. But everybody listens to Sean Hannity weekdays at 3 and Saturdays at 10 on AM 1230 WHIR.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This Valentine's Day, love is in the air and on your plate at the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. Make this Valentine's Day dinner one to remember with the two can dine for $29.99 at the Bread of Life Cafe. Choose from an 8-ounce bourbon steak, pork tenderloin, fried grilled shrimp, or marinated chicken, served with a salad bar and side of your choice, roll or Texas toast, and drink, all just $29.99. Love is in the air and on your plate. Valentine's Day dinner at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on 127. This lovely offer is good for to close the 14th through the 17th.
Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. It's tax time again, and you already know H&R Block does taxes, but what you may not know is that H&R Block offers help in person or virtually. Plus, at the family-owned and operated Danville office, our tax pros average 23 years of experience. You can even request to work with the same tax pro every year, and your biggest refund is always guaranteed. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. So come see us at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville or give us a call at 859-236-3281.
Thanks to people like you, our loyal customers, Burke's Bakery is now in its 5th generation of family-to-family baking, old-fashioned goodness, and hospitality.
We still make our donuts, pastries fresh every day. Pies, rolls, bread, salads, cakes, and pimento cheese made from scratch.
This is Joe Burke.
And this is Jody Burke.
Burke's Bakery Bakers. Bake it better and always will.
Old-fashioned goodness and hospitality. Burke's Bakery.
Main Street across from Constitution Square, Danville.
Last place feeling in life is no place to be. Ready for a new way of living? The Isaiah House will put you first. Long-term and short-term residential treatment, outpatient treatment, medication-assisted treatment, transitional living, and job skills training. Isaiah House has the programs to the path of help, hope, and healing. End the hurting. Take the first step toward a happier, healthier you. Call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
Generations of serving our community. Immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery, mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue. Hello, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. Scammers send text messages to trick you into providing information like your debit card or passwords. This is called smishing. Don't click text messages, links, or call phone numbers you don't know. When in doubt, delete.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
9:54 in the morning on a Tuesdays with Stiff Mary Stith Hamlin joins the show. And I mentioned I was going to leave people on a cliffhanger. We have the winner. It was drawn by Robert, maybe Rick, on WHBN, our sister station. But we had a collection of names. They randomly generated them. And we have a winner for the Valentine's Day surprise package with 4 different things. You get on this: a night stay at Hampton Inn, a pound of chocolates from Mom Blakeman's, chocolate bourbon candy, a dozen roses, Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash, $50 gift card, and a Las Margaritas $30 gift card. So I guess it's 5 things you get. And congratulations to Erica Brown, who was the winner of our Valentine's Day registration. So Erica Brown, I'm not familiar with Erica, but congratulations. Thanks for listening to the Hometown Radio Network, and she is the big winner of the Valentine's Day package. And if you don't believe me, I can hold it up to the camera just to make sure everyone's held accountable. Look at that. See, winner Erica Brown. There you go. And that's why people... Mary Stith, they love the segment, but they want to hear the Valentine's winner as well. That's why people love Stith Funeral Home. You all are in it.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, you all are in it for the fun and the entertainment. And we appreciate you all coming in every Tuesday. And I was telling you about Ask a Funeral Director that we get a lot of our questions from. Here's an interesting question from this. So let's say a high school student calls you all, and they're maybe being interested in doing something with a funeral home, funeral director, right? The interest starts somewhere. What this person says, they called their funeral director, funeral home, their local funeral home, wherever they live, and they said they called and the receptionist picked up the phone, and she told them their situation, like, hey, I'm a student. Is there any small jobs or things I can do just to see if I can get my feet wet? And she said the receptionist had no idea what she was talking about. Like, I don't know how much more plain you can be than ask that question.
I know.
But she said they hung up the phone and her question was not answered.
Oh, no. That's
again,
sad.
this is not from Kentucky, more than likely. People on Reddit are from all over the country, so it could be any state. But what would you say for someone interested, maybe a youngster
Come
interested?
see us.
Okay.
Come talk to us.
All right.
And we'll hear what you have to say, and we can always use part-time help.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Well,
we've had a lot of people.
How old were you when you discovered this is what you wanted to do? Because it's the family business, right? And then you said you wanted Ann Yeager to go off and make sure that she did some other stuff before she realized this is what she wanted to do.
Yeah, and my father never pushed us. Of course, I was a girl.
Right.
If I'd been a son, he would have expected.
He would have pushed
probably
a little bit, though. Okay.
And first I started keeping the books for the funeral home, and that was about 71 or 2, because I had learned bookkeeping in Lexington, and I guess I just kept doing that, and at some point, it took me 6 years to get Daddy to hire me.
Hey, how many licensed female funeral directors were there in the state when you got yours? Do you know?
I don't have no. There were quite a few mothers and sisters. I know that John Kerr in Lexington sat down with me on a Saturday and went over every funeral home in Kentucky he thought would hire a woman, and there were 5. And they each had either a wife or a sister or a mother doing some kind of like bookkeeping or stuff like that. There was only one funeral home that the woman was the person who owned it, in charge, and she'd gotten it in a divorce. So, John called Daddy apparently after I left because Daddy and we were good friends with Kerrs, and John told Daddy that I'd just left the funeral home, and Daddy said, "Oh, who died?" And John said, "Nobody died. Mary's looking for a job because her father won't hire her."
Well, do you know how many there were licensed female funeral directors in Boyle County? Were there any, or were you the first one?
Yeah, probably Gladys Coyle was licensed.
Okay.
So
you were one of the first.
Well, Betty Bartle in Liberty and I think got our licenses about the same time.
Okay.
But Betty went to embalming school. My father wouldn't send me to embalming school. No, so, I had to bear with it. But, and I wish I had.
Yeah.
But you have to have both licenses in the ownership of a funeral home. So I have always had to have a partner.
But you got Ann Yeager, who's got her embalming license.
Yeah,
so
she's
she does
got
it all.
both licenses. Sarah is getting both licenses, so I'm thrilled to death. I couldn't be happier.
Stiff Funeral Home, real quickly, what's the phone number if people have any questions?
236-2113.
There it is, 236-2113. Congratulations, Erica Brown.
Week.
She's the winner. You have a great week as well. Tuesdays with Stiff, 10 o'clock in the morning. Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next.